Yo, what is everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Now, to start off with my Fanum tax day, so I ended up going to this Brazilian food truck, and I ended up getting like, it was called regular picanha, which is like a mix of different meats. Hopefully you guys could see that, and it smells good, so I definitely want to try this. They gave me also like yuca fries for the side. You guys could see. They also gave me sauce as well. I'm probably gonna use this for the yuca. Maybe the meat. I definitely want to try like this one though. And today we're gonna look at Fresh and Fit. They are doing meet and greets. You guys believe that? I can't believe these guys are that delusional. That is insanity, my guys. So yeah, while we watch this by Abba and Preach, we might also follow up with the other ones. There's more that's going on with them. Apparently they were crying to their fans that they weren't making any money. So yeah, it's just food for thought, no pun intended. Alright, let's see this.
Fresh and Fit involved in a scam?
Oh no.
Again! You idiot! If you're a member of Castle Club for the next few days, up until Friday when we finish the show, you're going to be able to get in at $3,500. However, if you don't and you're not a Castle Club member, it's going to be $39.95. So guys, just get in Castle Club, get the discount.
To be clear, $39.95 is $3,995.
For what?
That's the goal.
And get in there and meet us at the party. We only got limited tickets. We're going to be having about 120 people there. Obviously, a large amount of that is going to be the ladies, so the guys' tickets are going to be limited significantly because we obviously want to keep a good ratio of male to female. So there's not going to be that many guy tickets, man. So go ahead and get in there if you guys want to meet us on Yacht. We're going to have us over there, probably Sneeko, a couple other influencers last time, Hunter for Yacht, open bar, food, music. We're going to be giving away.
Why do they want Sneeko? Why do they still want to mess with that dude? Like, oh my god. Messing with Sneeko is like really bad.
Rolex there as well. We're going to be giving a day away.
One of his old Rolexes? Nice.
No. When Walter says he's going to give you a Rolex, he means he's going to split with you 50-50.
Oh, I see what you did.
Because you saw how he did his girls. How do you think he's going to do his fans? So they're paying $4,000 to go on a yacht party with him.
4 rats!
Do you know what the calculations are? At 120 people, off one event, if you ever saw this, it would make somewhere around $462,000.
That's good.
That's good money, right?
That's good.
That's good money. It only takes 120
It was really good.
120 chips.
We don't call them suckers anymore. We call them simps.
Simps.
Yeah.
That's simple. If these guys was
But
paying,
not simping for a girl, because that's gay. Simping for the boys.
that's just
Why? Boys being boys!
I'm catching logic. All right, let's listen to this. I need to see this.
You're gonna have some games and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a good time. You'll be able to network with some people. Meet some of the generals. They're gonna be on board. It's gonna be a really good time, guys. June 20th.
The generals are what they call the people who subscribe to Castle Club and pay $35 a month. Because if you're gonna fleece them, at least give them a good title. You know what I'm saying? Make them feel good about the fact that they getting pimped.
Yes.
Man, that is insane. I think they got the idea from Chris Brown. Because Chris Brown was definitely doing something like that. Let me see if I could find it on Twitter in the meantime.
Like you give him a good name, like, you know, bottom bitch.
Yeah.
You're gonna meet Bills and Mo. They're gonna be filming. Chris will be there as well. The lovely ladies behind the scenes, Icy, etc.
So obviously they're getting all kinds of flack from their crowd. Because they're like, first it was at $35 a month. Now it's 4,000 tickets for a glorified meet and greet. Because have you... Go ahead.
What?
I'm sorry, I didn't want to... I want to give you the chance.
No, go ahead.
No,
After you, sir. Because you were not finished.
I wasn't finished, but I'm very excited for whatever you're about to drop.
I was not about to drop anything.
Okay.
It's just that it's just really, really weird and random.
Random? I see.
That you trash all these OnlyFans people and you're turning around and doing the same thing.
No.
I think they got the meet and greet idea because... Well, I don't think you guys could see it. Hold on. Because what's it called? Chris Brown was charging like $1,000 for a meet and greet. Like, why would you want to waste that much for celebrities? I don't know. That's just insanity. Let me see if I could show. Yeah, there we go. This is what the one I was talking about. That is insanity. I can't even fathom the idea. How are we going to do this kind of level of meat writing? Yeah, nah. Absolutely not.
So they're adding value with a yacht party with girls.
Sure. No.
4,000 to just hear Fresh. That being said,
Coconuts in Barbados.
we're glad that you shut up, because I have a new sugar baby to take care of. You know, like that's what you guys are paying for, Brando. Did you see what the fucking benefits were? We're gonna play games. There's gonna be a raffle.
We're gonna play games.
There's gonna be a raffle.
Feels like
hey, would you like to pay $4,000 for a chance to win a $3,000 Rolex? Was that something that you'd be interested in?
Okay, let's play game. Who in this boat would you like to fuck but will never do?
You know how some people don't look good after they get jumped by the ex? Some people don't look the same after they get demonetized. You just see them, they looking different, a little desperate.
I can understand.
I'm going to say this very clearly, okay? Is this a quote-unquote scam? No, they are delivering what they're offering. They're just grossly overinflating the price of whatever it is that they're offering. And
Man, they're always scamming their fans. It's really shameless. It's like the greatest, what do you call it? Snake oil salesman. What's sad is like they kind of prey on young vulnerable men that may have had their first heartbreak, and they just see Fresh and Fit as like their only saviors, which is really bad. They kind of need more healthy role models.
they're fans, the people they're supposed to care about. And people will say, well, if they're willing to pay for it, what's the issue? I think it's okay to say that as creators, you guys have a lot of influence over your fan base, and you have a very peculiar relationship. And if you choose to take advantage of that, you're a scumbag. You are. If you lie to your fans to get money out of them, scummy shit. If you fleece your fans out of the maximum amount of money because you know they love you, scummy shit. I think it's okay to say that. That's my thoughts.
Boys being boys.
Bro, at least let them lay in bed with you. At least. If y'all gonna do the pictures,
You're crazy.
You're crazy. They're comrades in arms. They're paying for this
You're
dude's
crazy,
bills.
but I ain't mad at this.
If they're gonna do a photo op, you gotta have all the fans laying in bed with you, and then at least
hug it up.
and then Sneeko watching in the corner.
That's wild, but
Shit, Sneeko just Cutco just over here like
Sneeko's gonna be like in a
That's what's
Sneeko chair
supposed-
in a photo shoot.
he just have fucking Walter with water dripping out. That means shut up.
just chop it up. That's crazy.
Yeah, and there's a sign that says "We love sugar baby," something like that. That's a 10 out of 10.
You're crazy.
$4,000 for a glorified meet and greet? Ask any creator. Not a single one of them charges even half as much. I went to look it up. Tony Robbins, the biggest motherfucker on the planet, for his seminar, charges $6,000.
4,000, bro. Chris Brown's like 1,000. Oh my god, that is insanity.
Oh wait, that's pretty close, right? It's a 6 to 7 day week program with meetings afterwards and a career life plan in the office. And that's the top dude who flies in private jets. These motherfuckers are offering $4,000 to go on a shitty yacht, to go with a bunch of busted Miami. Where's the value in that? How are you helping men get to the women that they want to marry someday, to create that family nuclear bullshit that they want, or even?
Bro, I love Miami.
$4,000 is a
But like people like Fresh and Fit make Miami overrated. I'm gonna be real with you all.
car.
Talking about, man, we have meet and greets. How much do we charge for meet and greets?
At our shows?
Yeah.
This shit is so dead. You know a party is dead when half the crowd is sitting down. Nobody dancing, everybody got a drink in their hand, there's some loud house music, and half the women are sitting down amongst themselves because they don't want to talk to none of these motherfuckers.
Great, we're back in middle school.
I thought this shit was hilarious. I just had a good laugh. But I didn't
Man, that's insane.
You know what I mean? I keep the same energy that they have if they want to get fleeced by OnlyFans model. If you want to pay these OnlyFans models $3,000 so you can sniff their butthole, that's your prerogative. It's none of my business.
Who's someone that you really highly regard?
Like just like a artist or anything?
Anything.
D'Angelo.
D'Angelo.
How much would I pay?
How much would you pay?
About $350.
You know what's funny?
That's
Chris
it.
Brown charges $1,000 for a picture.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. Chris Brown delivers. Because those pictures are crazy.
Those pictures-
He grabbing ass, he lifting these, and he lifted up. Listen, y'all think Chris Brown's performance on stage
Bro,
was so, no, it's
I don't
really
want
that
to
bad.
get age restricted.
I seen him pick up enough big women to make me think, damn, this chiropractor got to be working overtime.
He just don't go to
that
the-
back is strong.
He just don't go to the gym. He gets paid to work out.
Yeah, but you have to be wondering, where's all these crazy moves coming from? It's their manager. So you know how these guys don't like Jews? Well, their manager's a Jew, obviously. This guy, let me tell you.
Fresh and Fit's manager, and I'm gonna be honest, I do a lot more Fresh and Fit than I do with Sneeko. And
Jerko's still around? Why is he still around?
I mean, yeah, Miami's the best place in America, but there's nothing honestly going on here. No one's actually taking over this city. There's like no one holding big events. There's no one actually doing anything, and that's gonna change starting this month when me and Fresh and Fit are gonna start doing yacht parties. And you know, I'm telling you, this is gonna be on a different level because people don't know who I'm connected to. I'm just the bridge between two worlds: the influencers and the rappers and the A-listers. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be at a bridge and do what a Jew's supposed to do.
Do what a Jew's supposed to do. Okay. So I'm like, who is this guy? You know, I never heard of this dude. I'm not even gonna explain what this is. This is what he does for a living and how he became famous. Ready?
Numerology supports the nuclear family. Let me explain how. 1 equals male energy. 2 is feminine energy. That's why bitch starts with B. That's why beta starts with B, and B is the second letter. Child is 3. So basically we have 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 is the childlike energy. Child starts with C. C is the third letter. So again, you see how it works out. Here's the magic. 1 man, 2 woman, 3 kid. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. 6 is the number of home and family. Family starts with F. F is the 6th letter. Family is a 6-letter word.
So what
He's a numerologist. So he believes in the power of numbers and how they define how everything works. Now I thought this was really interesting because he was like 2 is feminine energy. That's why these.
This is just like
brother
for
starts with B, it's feminine.
like
Boss
men's
is-
version of
boss
astrology.
is feminine. You know what I was thinking when I was listening to this? Does numerology work in other languages? What do you do when a French guy shows up and all the numbers don't make any sense anymore. Or was numerology?
Numerology is just...
It's just for English people apparently. So there's like a divine order that works in life, and it only works with the English language. There's more.
What would you say is the most beta sign in Western astrology? Come on, man, we gotta step on some toes.
Oh,
Gotta look at Virgos.
bro. So, yeah, it is astrology for men. Oh my god, that was crazy.
At the point of Gemini being Virgo, definitely Gemini is going to be the alpha of those pair.
So you would say the Virgo's the biggest beta in
I don't know about biggest. They definitely have the dark side. They have an edge to them sometimes. So Libras can be softened.
Now, this Gary guy has a long history of being a fraudster. Aside from making a bunch of failed predictions, he oftentimes deletes the predictions he gets wrong and keeps up the ones that he gets right. He predicted that for this election cycle, it'd be Ron DeSantis versus Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama has no plans to run it, and Ron DeSantis has already dropped out to give way to Trump. He has a long criminal record, crypto scammer as well. He had all of his fans pump a bunch of money into Zcash. They pumped in millions of dollars into this shitcoin of his, and it lost all of its value. People ended up losing hundreds of thousands of dollars according to his own predictions with numerology. It is like all the scammers, they all gravitate towards this red pill stuff, and it makes sense because these are at-risk men who are very vulnerable and looking for insight. Maybe it's because they didn't have a dad, maybe it's because they don't have a mentor, but these guys are just looking for answers to their questions in their life. And these guys come, they have money, they claim to have women. Why do you think here's the thing, charge $4,000, why don't you charge it for a course? Why don't you charge it for something that's actually going to help your fan base to go somewhere in life? You don't want to charge for that. You want to charge for a yacht party so they can be around Instagram whores and influencers who, according to yourself, are some of the lowest people on the totem pole. How is that adding value to your fans base? I just think it's interesting that you constantly see scammers throwing themselves. Even when they were bringing on crypto guys for investments, a lot of them are now being charged by the government for scamming. So the people that they come to teach you guys on financial advice are scammers. Yeah. It's a consistent trend. So all this time,
Bro, yeah, they're like all over TikTok. I've seen them on a constant basis. Like the marketing scheme they do is kind of like they would want to have clips going out and kind of like using that as like PR and ads in a way. But it's pretty scammy, pretty scheming. I think they just sell you on the idea rather than what the overall goal is.
Talk about we care about our fans, we want them to grow, we want them to make money. When they have the chance to make the big bucks, they don't do it off of the value, they don't do it off the crypto courses, they don't do it like that. What is it? Well, it's the same thing again. It's the horse. That's the appeal. Come meet us and talk to the ladies who will never fight.
That's what they do. It's consistent with what they're doing.
Well, guys, if you're even thinking, they're never going to be your friends. They're never going to hang out with you. They don't want to talk to you after the thing. They're going to go over there because you're a paycheck. That's what y'all going over there for. You're going over there. They're going to make what? I said 640,000 for the 120 people.
Bro, by the way, that food was good.
For the yacht, paying for the women, and some of the influencers getting a small cut just for filming.
I want to try the yuca fries now. I didn't get a chance to try them. I'm gonna try the sauce. But yeah, like the regular picanha was really good. I liked it a lot. Bro, it's so good. Oh my god. Bro, there's no reason it should be this good.
This is one of the slightest things you could do to your fan base. I'm sorry, it is. You're talking about a male self-improvement thing, but what you're really doing is just honeysucking them with horse. Isn't that what they're doing? How is that male self-improvement? Could you imagine if Tony Robbins was charging 10 grand so you could be a bunch of Instagram models? Call it what it is. Call a spade, all right? And if you don't, it's because you're stuck in the matrix. They're stuck in the red pill matrix. If you are blind to the fact that this shit is a scam, you are stuck in a different matrix.
I don't even know what to say at this point, my man. I don't know what to say to you. I don't even know what to say. It's just, it's consistent with the downfall.
Bro,
it's despair.
You realize that with that $4 grand, you could get a toupee as good as Myron's. You could get a hair transplant as good as Myron's. This you? No, don't you think it's crazy? My man, no. My man's hairline was back here, and he's like, I'm tired of being East African, and he fucking slid that shit forward like he was in a Bollywood movie. My dude, it's not real. We all know it.
I mean, the worst people are going to be the people that are going to pay for that $4 grand. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
I think
it's desperation. It's been desperation from. You know when I know it was desperation? I'm gonna tell you why I know. The minute they started attacking me, that they wanted to fight with you. I don't know where. The minute I saw that, I was
don't go like to these weird meet and greets like 1,000. That's insanity. Why would he want to pay that much? Okay. I think we're almost done with this one.
Got demonetized and stuff like that. The heat was like he was feeling the heat. Yeah. He was feeling the goddamn heat. But the minute that happened, it's like, no, you had a battle right here. Why don't you take the one that was already offered? The one that was right on your doorstep. The minute he switched out of the blue and said, I don't really have a problem with Preach, and then moved to you, I was like, yeah, okay, it's really that. It's desperation.
Let me call it right now. They're gonna stop working with this scam artist. And
Man, those Yuka fights are so good. Oh my god.
I think that's gonna happen. I think that's gonna happen very much.
I love it.
Next year. I think these are dumb business moves. I think the way they're going about it is really stupid. Anything else?
No.
All right, please.
Again.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah, Fanum, as I said yesterday, and I know I'm doing like the Fanum tax thing segment now in the intros where I would try like new food. So yesterday I tried Jamaican food. It was like a quesadilla. It was really good. Today I tried it was like a Brazilian Steakhouse food truck. It's really good too. I love it. Oh my god, I haven't had good food like that in a while.
I want to give you guys this update real quick. And I don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying, keep dragging or keep talking about it after I explain real quick what's going on.
So yeah, Fanum had like a heart attack a few days ago. So I think he's gonna be talking about this, and he's gonna kind of give us like more details.
You know what I'm saying? So look, y'all know I be catching like a lot of flights, just like to go shoot recordings and stuff like that, and a whole bunch of shit. And for those who don't know, if you follow me either on Sample IG, I do be posting a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm going here, I'm going there. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. For those of you who know, I've been on a sick streak. I've never been on this streak so long. Like, it's insane. I've been on a sick streak. I feel like ever since, like, the first time I got like crazy kind of sick, like somewhat like it wasn't normal to me, was when we went to Nigeria. I told all my Nigerians in the chat, in the chat, when we was in Nigeria, and the lick me up. And then ever since then, since that point, I hit the pollen season, and that hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And then I went to the UK, and I didn't know their hay fever, which is pollen, pretty much the same, is even worse in the US, and that hit me up. And then like I couldn't hear out my ear for like 5 days, and I had to like depressurize it, congested, and a whole bunch of bullshit. And I get back to the US, and still calm for like 3 days, and then I flew from New York to ATL every day for like 6 days straight, low key. And all that flight, I guess, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you the context behind everything before we really get into it. Because I had flew back to something that I can't talk about, to ATL, then came back to New York, then did something here in NYC downtown, which I can't talk about that either, but y'all see it soon. No BW. And then I left that same day to go do KC told me to come through for Kevin Hart, the Drewski stream. Ben was on there too. You know what I'm saying? That was a W stream. That was a W stream. No cap. That was a W stream. You know what I'm saying? So we flew over there. Right, we flew over there. We did that, and then I came back. And I was moving shit around. Then my boy WWWW facts. Now everything city. I ain't gonna lie, but let's get into it. And then I want to go get tatted. You know what I'm saying? I had an appointment I've been having for like 2-3 months. Now this way it get kind of heavy. I ain't gonna lie, that's how it get kind of crazy. So my session was gonna be like a 3-4 day session. And I decided to, like, they told me, like, yo, you go under, and you go, like, take anesthesia, and you go under for, like, I don't know how long it is. I think it's, like, 8 hours or some shit. And you finish it all, and it's, like, a normal thing. Niggas be doing that shit, boom. So I'm like, you bet. That's calm. I did it. Nothing was crazy. You feel me? In my opinion, I think everything was smooth. I wake up, I get my shit done. Y'all gonna see as soon as all my chest and shit. You know, I got a lot of tech. I don't really show my tech, but my whole back is tatted. Here, all this, and then here now, too. Long story short, I wake up normal. Everything I think is fine. And, I mean, it's 8 hours, chat, so I'm hungry as fuck. I'm starving. I ain't gonna lie, chat. And this is where, like, now we can really slow down the story and really, this is, I don't want to, once again, I don't want to, this is not like something for me to extend or make it bigger than what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a very serious thing, but I didn't want to, like, that was never my intention. I know, like, the tweet, I had made a tweet, and it was crazy because the tweet was specifically for the truth. It just happened to hit, like, major blogs and shit like that. And shout out to y'all, but that's why I put in the tweet 10 hours tomorrow. So, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Point is, I wake up, and I'm a little dazed, of course, you know what I'm saying? I've been under anesthesia before when I did my wisdom teeth or whatever. It's nothing crazy. I go to the crib. When I go to the crib, chat, for some reason, I decide to order 4 burgers. I don't know if it's actually ordered 4 fucking burgers, bro, but I did. Then I ordered 2 big ass fucking fries, chat, like the hugest shit ever, like this some big ass shit, gang. Then I get 2 extra large lemonades. I'm wilding, chat. What about that? I'm bugging the fuck out, chat. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm mad hungry, and it's funny, but it's not funny, but it's funny. I ain't gonna lie, it's funny, but it's not funny, but it's funny. Like,
man, just portioning food, but that's just Jesus Christ. I don't even know.
And I knock down my 2 burgers mad fast. I leave 2 for later. I knock down the fries, and I go with the lemonade. Stop the tunes. I like knock it down in like record time. It had to be like 6 minutes tops. I was so hungry. I was starving, chat. And I'm wilding. But it's true though. And I didn't even let my body like digest the food. Like I didn't even let my body digest the fucking food, bro. So I go and I did some dickhead shit, and I went straight to bed. I went lay down. Woo, laid down, right, chat? I laid down, and it's like 11 p.m. now, right? I'm trying to sleep, and I keep waking up every 2 hours. And like, I keep getting like, what's that shit called? Like acid.
Man, that's
Keep coming up,
risky.
bro. And I'm like, nigga, like what the fuck? Like it keep like I'm like, bro, and it's like pissing me off. And like I keep like it's like uncomfortable. Not full chat. And I keep waking up every 2 hours to go back to sleep. I go every 2 hours to go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And then I think I had a long streak from like 5 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. around here. But it was like 3 hours. Then I wake up and I think I'm fine. Everything's good, right, chat? But somebody said the food was fighting back. Yo, be nature. Brother Nature, appreciate the gift again. So anyways, long story short, bro. Now it's like 9:30 in the morning. I get some oatmeal, chat. Bananas. Like this is probably the healthiest meal I had the whole week. Eh? It's like this is what made me laugh, like at myself. Like I take a bite of the oatmeal, chat, and it felt like an elephant came and just sat on my chest. Out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Then after that, it was like a nigga it felt like somebody grabbed my heart trying to pull it out. I'm like, word to my mother, chat. And I'm thinking like, okay, that's 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. I'm panicking now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm in the apartment by myself. No, like nobody was with me. I'm by myself, and I'm panicking. Like no funny shit. Like real shit though. I'm doing this though. Like all jokes aside. Let's get into serious mode. Let's really lock in real quick, chat. Serious mode. Like no more funny joking shit. Like dead ass. Like 35, almost 40 minutes of me doing this, gang. And I'm like, you know, I'm like one of them niggas that I find humor in everything. I'm really thinking like, this is crazy. I survived the Bronx. I survived my childhood. I survived like random bullets. This is how I go out. This is how I die. Like I'm over here like laughing, but I'm in mad pain though. And I grabbed my phone and like I'm from like I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know if it's the way we like was raised and shit. But like I don't like hospitals, gang. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't like hospitals, bro. But I'm about to call 911 and open my door and put the little the lock on it, so if I do pass out in the crib, it's just easy access to me. You feel me? So I'm like, you know, I'm just trying to wait it out, bro. I'm being a dickhead, a toxic. What's this shit called? Toxic masculinity. What the fuck that shit called? I'm just stupid. Like I should have went to the hospital right there, and I didn't. I'm just waiting, like just trying to like.
Yeah,
I'm
not gonna lie. Sometimes I do feel stubborn, like going to the hospital. Not only because of the bill, but how it's gonna like, just like the whole ambience isn't for me.
Because it felt like a long heartburn. It just felt like a long ass heartburn. The pain was 10 out of 10. So, anyways, it finally passes through. My dumb ass gets on WebMD. This is where like shit start going left. I get on WebMD.
WebMD.
Now I'm on WebMD, and everything I search up, I got it. I got that shit. I got that. I got that shit too. I'm googling shit, nigga. So I'm writing in what I feel, and everything I see, I'm like, I got that. I think I got this too. I'm panicking. I'm like it's like I'm fucking up my own head, bro. So I'm like, damn, bro. Like, and I'm by myself. I'm not calling nobody like a dickhead. So you know, like 2-3 hours pass. I start calming down. But the pain is still there in my chest. It's a heavy pain. It's not it's not 10 out of 10 like when it was happening for those 40 minutes. It is more like a 5 out of 10 now. Like not like a 6 out of 10. So it's like it's there. Like, it's like there, you know. So anyway, fast forward some more, chat. The next day comes, and I start noticing that I'm like delirious. Like is that the word? Like I'm like I got the days messed up and shit. Like I think it's Thursday, but it's Wednesday. Like I'm fucked up. I gotta go to Cali. I gotta go do some shit. I had a big opportunity that I had to miss out. 6-figure bag, chat. No cap. 6-figure bag. I had to really catch myself and say, "Gang, you almost W Gifty shot to 322 gang." So like I'm thinking like you gotta fake slow down a little bit because you moving too much now. Like we don't know what happened in that apartment you by yourself. Because I'm not a doctor. I really can't diagnose myself. But I'm like, you gotta catch this flight. You know what I'm saying? Honey buns. You know what I'm saying? Like 6-figure up shit. You gotta catch that flight, gang. And in that moment, I'm like, yo, bro, like you can't. It don't matter if niggas would throw me $1 billion, gang. If you die, you can't put the money to use at all. So you can't get on that fight, gang. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, let me slow down for a little bit. Because at the end of the day, you need to chill. So I grabbed myself. I kind of like I hated that. I had to like say I can't come through. And now it has been 2 days. You know what I'm saying? And then yesterday being the 3rd day, shit calm. I wake up. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling better. I'm taking mad tea and soup. I still haven't gone to the hospital. Nothing like that. I think I'm getting better. And I happen to call for blood. I call for blood for some fucking reason. I just call for blood. So now I'm like, damn, like I really don't want to go to the hospital, but I should go to the hospital. If anything is pointing me to go to the hospital, this is the time to go. Like now, all right, you gotta go. So
we've all been there. I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm like, damn, like it hurts. Like I'm short of breath. The pain never really left past a 5. It's still 5 out of 10 the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And I go to the hospital, bro. Fuck it. I go to the hospital. Fuck it. I don't want to go to the hospital. And I got my reasons for it. And we'll keep it nice and short. I got a lot of, homies, friends that passed away. And also, people I know go to the hospital, they never leave it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Put 2 and 2 together. So I just be having my own superstitions. You know what I'm saying? I believe in science to the max. Shout out to all the beautiful doctors out there in the world. I just be panicking about the hospitals, bro. So whatever. So I go to the hospital. I say, fuck it. I'm going to the hospital. I go to the hospital. And when I get to the hospital, they do scans. They do CT scans. They do some other shit too. They do a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? W hospital, W doctors. And they fucking they had me. I was there for like not too long, probably like 5 hours, chat. And at the end, they finally like tell me what it was. Somewhat, they didn't know what the original pain is from, like the original one, the 40-minute one. But it's better than what the fuck I thought I had. So at the end of the day, chat, I gotta take some pills for like 7 days. Antibiotics, niggas is good. You know what I'm saying? Let's clap it up for that. You know what I'm saying? Everything's itchy. But basically, what I have is I have pneumonia. That's what I got. And I forgot how I got it, but something about the acid going up in my thingy went through my lungs and cooked me. You feel me? And it's the I got, you know what I'm saying? I gotta chill, chat. But besides that, chat, we here, we good money. You know what I'm saying? Pneumonia, yeah, I know it's heavy, but I should be fine. It's just 7 days of popping these pills, and I should be good, chat. And you know what I'm saying? And I realized that doing all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I gotta just health is really wealth, bro. And it's like word of my mother, bro. It's like you can't play with certain shit, bro. You better can't play with certain. You can't shortcut shit. You gotta just, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we're gonna slow it down from now on.
Honestly, even with like the
all I mean is I'm going to the gym soon. So W Stream on the way with the gyms.
man, I gotta hit the gym too, man.
They haven't confirmed the scans that they did.
What I actually do is like I would like have a longboard and go with my dog, but I think the gym definitely will kind of help with that health as well.
I haven't got the update yet from them. They said they would call me, so you know what I'm saying. So I don't have the, you know what I'm saying. But once again, chat, gym stream on the way, but we not about to do some shit like we not doing the gym stream for content. Like it's not a like we really gonna be on our shit though. Like if I needed a sign, that's what it was right there. If I needed any sign, that's what it was right there, chat. I'm telling you, like no funny shit, bro. I don't need to pop no fucking those epic pills. Fuck out of it. I just need to do go to the gym, eat good. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And get right, bro. And get right, bro. That's all it is. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So let's really do it, though. Let's clap it up for everybody who showed me mad love. I don't want to single out nobody, so I don't want to name them one by one. But it was mad love. People hit me up. And mad people hit me up, chat. Like a lot of streamers, like a lot of like creators, a lot of like artists, mad people show me mad love. People give me tips on what to do, like you know what I'm saying, get my health in order and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then two, I don't think I have to say this real quick, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I didn't make that tweet to alert anybody. If you see, I even said like, 10-hour shoot tomorrow. I'm not even thinking like it just happened to hit like a different avenue of people and shit. So that's why I word. But listen, once again, love y'all for real. We so locked in. We was already locked in before this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's dope. I'm glad he's doing better. But yeah, I definitely do think. Please never wait out. That feels extremely wrong with your body. Yeah, sometimes it was like moments where I would feel off, and I would let it kind of like pass through sometimes, but then afterwards, I was like, no, I gotta get this checked out afterwards. Multiple fights and poor diet. I think, yeah, the diet definitely has to do with that, and with traveling, doing like multiple events. I definitely think, even though, like I said, the Fanum tax thing is funny, I think he definitely just gotta chill on that, but I think he pretty much understands that now, which good, bro. Like, I definitely need to be on the same grind as well, not gonna lie. What was the Jamari was also talking about fake and fraud. Oh yeah, Fresh and Fit were like begging. Oh my god. Oh yeah, this is like the other one that was...
Another day, another fresh and fit L.
Again! By the way, if you're a brokey in the chat, I'll call you brokey just because you don't want to support. That's understandable. What I will say though is like when you see the value in the Castle Club, you're like, damn, you know what?
Yeah.
I need to be a part of that.
Your motivation pushed me to start and grow my business. I appreciate you guys. That's what we're talking about, bro. Brokey, shout out to you, see Avery. Those are the guys that make money, don't complain about the Castle Club is important.
Calling your fans brokey is
Calling
crazy.
a fan a brokey because they don't want to pay you.
The boys released a video saying the end of Fresh and Fit, we quit.
Oh.
So you guys are like, but why are you saying that like you're happy, like you're praying for their downfall? It's because I am.
So,
my God.
we ended up getting demonetized, right, guys?
That's
you guys know that we
crazy.
got demonetized August of last year. Sucky situation. But Rumble had our back. As you guys know, we scaled up the podcast to a certain point where we're at a certain level where we bring a certain quality to the show. Chris brings you guys new girls every show. There's a lot of moving parts, right? We have a team probably of around, 20 people, I would say? In an ideal world, would I love to just give you guys all the free content we could? Of course, bro.
I don't think I would pray really on anybody's downfall. But what I would kind of like garner more towards is like at least for them to learn their lesson and humble themselves. I think that's where I would kind of have my views on that.
I would love to do it, but at the end of the day, guys, it's a business. We got people that we got to take care of, and we gotta support Rumble. A part of after hours, we'll go on Castle Club, guys. Right? We're gonna make it affordable for you guys. We lowered the price down to $17 per month. If
you know, you gotta pay to stream on Rumble. That's how bad it is.
Now for the next 48 hours, you're gonna go ahead and have that forever. Your grandfather in, because we're gonna raise the price actually from 17 to 35 after Wednesday. And the reason for that.
So now they're gonna put you behind a paywall at $35 a month for them to yell at the whores and be like, "You're dumb. Who wants to pay $35 a month?"
There's a couple of people.
Well, the fans are not happy with it. They in the comment section just ripping them apart. You fucking lied to us. You said you would never go behind a paywall, etc., etc.
Yeah, but they have no choice. It's easy to say we'll never go to behind a paywall when you have options. When you have all options and everything you're monetized, no, we'll never go to behind a paywall. Well, now that's pretty much the only options that they got.
And there's no reason to feel sad for them, because when asked if he regrets it, he said no.
In retrospect, are there any regrets in not managing the transition better? Example, mixing the nighttime show with Stewie. You shoot yourselves in the foot by mismanaging. Is any regrets? If you're gonna ask me personally, no regrets, man. I got 20 real estate properties, so I can tell my net worth is over $6 million. I get money residually. I don't need to do this shit. I don't even make a fucking cent off this podcast. I'm fine.
Oh my
real estate will take care of me, so I can sit here and tell you, here's you. We need you guys to support us on Rumble. If you guys want us to keep making this content, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna say what the I gotta say. And what anybody gotta say. I cannot be bought. Just like we've saved you guys, we need you guys to save us. I have my soul. I have my spine. I have my integrity. I got my 10 toes and my 2 feet. Not and if I die there, I'll die there with a smile on my face, because I can look in the mirror and be happy with the man that I see. You pussy mother. You fucking loser.
Goodness sake.
It's getting rocky, Myron. Hey, shut the fuck up.
A few moments later.
I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better. Beta girl.
Ryan, are you really gonna quit law enforcement? Yeah, saving children. That's cool. But reminding whores that they're whores?
Oh my god. Sounds about right.
Somebody give me some fresh and fit merch so I can cry into it. We ain't got no tissues or clothes in here. I distinctly remember him saying he doesn't give a shit. He'll do whatever he wants, which is fine. You can do whatever you want, but your employer might fire you. And then when they fire you, you gotta beg for scraps after the fact. I don't think anyone's gonna feel sympathy for you. You want to be out your chest out. This is like the OnlyFans girls who do OnlyFans forever, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm mentally fucked up." This is the same thing. This is the idiot who thinks he can get away with saying anything and doing anything. Then he gets fired. Now he's begging for scraps. And now he feels bad. He's like, "Well, guys, I can't quit. Yeah, I'm financially set, but my employees, who's gonna take care of them?"
We make it look easy, guys, but like we have people that work for us that legit have a need and depend on us.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for this current platform right now, they wouldn't eat. Neither their kids.
You should have thought of that before you were an idiot on camera. Huh?
Yeah.
See what happens when you're a leader? You have other people you have to take responsibility for. But because you want
Yeah, that's like
you cost all
kind of like Ethan Klein. Like Ethan Klein when he acts reckless, that kind of like ends up affecting his crew when he kind of loses sponsors for not knowing how to not knowing how to have a filter.
salary with this move. And a lot of the fans are not going to translate over to your paywall, and justifiably so. This whole idea that we do content for free.
At the end of the day, bro, if you don't want to support, it's fine.
Yeah, you don't have to.
But the support as well.
We don't sit there and call us fucking money grabbers when we've been doing this shit for free for 3 fucking plus years, giving you guys content, and we're still going to continue to give you content for free.
Oh my god, bro, they're wilding out.
Your fans, my fans, everyone who's a viewer, they're paying.
They pay for the time, they pay for the viewership of the ads. They're paid.
They're paying either through YouTube Premium, which means that goes to you, that's not free, or they're paying through ad time, which is advertisers basically being able to sell them products, so they end up paying for the products in the long run. Everybody pays for these content. There's nobody who's not paying. There's no such thing as free content.
And everybody has a boss.
Your motivation pushed me to start and grow my business. I appreciate you guys. That's what we're talking about, bro. Brokey, shout out to you, C. Avery. Notice how the guys that make money don't complain about the Castle Club is important.
By the way, if you're a brokey in chat, I'll call you brokey because you don't want support. That's understandable. What I will say though is like, when you say value in Castle Club, you're like, damn, you know what? Yeah, I need to be part of that.
He called them brokies.
Brokey. Calling someone a brokey when you just ask them, please pay for my staff.
Calling your fans
That's kind of funny.
Calling a fan a brokey because they don't want to pay you for you to pay your fans because you can't pay your fans yourself is crazy.
I distinctly remember these guys and so many other red pill dudes ripping Pokemon apart because she said that about her fans, about her cookies. You remember that?
Yes.
While Fresh and Fit, Just Pearly Things, and every other loser in the red pill space are taking L's. Again! We want you guys to get some W's with today's sponsor, Surfshark.
Couple of reasons. Summer is coming. Yeah, and a lot of
we're gonna skip that sponsor.
That's just logical. But did you know that according to the place that you are on the world, the price of your ticket is going to vary. So if you want to be able to enjoy a
I could walk away from all this and be okay.
Today.
I don't think they see it.
Hey,
I don't think there's a lot of things they see. I don't think they see the fact of why they got demonetized. I think it's really because they were saying the truth and not the wild shit that you did and all this try to do, like your name gets coming up in a negative way in the eyes of YouTube. They don't even see that. They see it's really, no man, it's freedom of speech. You see that. So I don't even think I don't think they even see that they're doing the same thing. But whatever.
Freedom of speech. But you guys do the copyright strikes?
Yes.
I falsely said hundreds.
Yes.
Trying to get a bunch of
They're
channels.
not free
They didn't like what
speech.
the channels were saying. Funny, you guys you go to these guys' chats and you're critical of them. They just censor you. You can't even be critical of them in their chat.
I've been advised by a bunch of people. I should start banning you haters. So we should just start banning y'all, honestly, because you guys are paid to come in and purposely hate what we got going on. Because I've been preach page or Ethan and Decline page y'all to come in and talk shit, and you guys are doing that. And at that point, it's not even free speech. I just come in to talk shit. The hater is no deserve free speech.
So it's so funny to me that the people who yap on and yap about freedom of speech and blah blah blah, you peer behind the current and they are just as authoritative as other groups. They will shut you down if they don't like what you're saying.
It costs a lot to run things the way that we do. It's on the low end. It's
costly.
So you want to know what the low end is? Yes, $70K a month is what they pay.
A month?
Well, consider how many people they have employed under them. It makes sense.
It makes sense.
You know how much these guys were making a month? Back at the height of
Go ahead.
$225.
A month?
Yep.
Yeah.
They were raking in huge profits. You know what I mean? They're making close to 6 figures each every single month. So they're probably making a lot of money, right? Good. Demonetization happens, everything disappears. They're not making they're making pennies on Rumble. They went from being in the green by a lot to now they're in the red every single month by a pretty large margin. And now they're feeling the pressure. So all the people out there say, oh, demonetization doesn't work. That's not been my experience. Having spoken to people who have been demonetized.
It's either A, we just stop doing the podcast altogether, or we put stuff behind a paywall and we can continue things as we were doing.
Losing close to I would say 75, sometimes to 60% of their total income. And even when they go behind a paywall, yeah, they might transfer a substantial amount of their fan base depending on the fans. But the other thing is they're no longer being recommended by any of the algorithms. So they no longer go viral on YouTube. They no longer are in the talking space for a lot. That's why you see this guy doing all these collabs. He's feeling the effects of the poor decisions he's made. So now he's trying to recoup it any way he can. So I'm not saying demonetization is a good or a bad thing. That's not the point. I'm just speaking strictly to people who think it doesn't work. You're wrong. It does work. Okay? And no matter how much these people say they're in it for the message, the truth is they're here for the money. Without the money, they're not going to stick
Yeah, they're really here for the money.
freedom's.
If I gotta be real, I definitely like doing what I do. And I like doing it by casually. But in the end goal, it's really to kind of make a living out of it, not have to worry about that. Well, if I could stream as opposed to like a 9 to 5, I definitely would.
Speech, we're tired of censorship, etc. Hey man, this is how we fight back against censorship. This is how we fight back against big tech. This is how we fight back against all these guys that want to censor us and demonetize us and deplatform us and cancel us for having a different viewpoint.
It's not censorship. If someone said I don't want to pay you, they didn't even delete these guys' channel. They said based off how you're acting, we don't want to run ads on you because it looks poor on the products that we sell.
And we don't want us to give you.
So why should I pay you when it's going to hurt my business? So they said you want to keep your content on here, you can keep it on here, but we'll no longer prioritize you because you hurt our business. And then people are talking about free speech, free speech. What business has a duty to give you money when you hurt their business? YouTube does not make most of its money from commentary. It does not make most of its money from dating content. That's not what makes its money. It makes its money from makeup, tech, and kids stuff. So all the people doing kids reviews, toys reviews, whatever the fuck kids reviews sounds crazy. Hey, listen. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Kids reviews.
No Diddy.
Have you tried this before?
No Diddy.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Illuminati confirmed. Damn, they caught me slipping.
God damn.
My lizard skin showing.
Bro, they're gonna clip bro like crazy now.
The queen.
Yes, fellow lizard.
You know she's not dead. She's shedding skin.
She said her skin.
She's shedding skin.
Yeah. She
Oh my God.
Lizzie, bro. She doing her. She doing her thing. One day I want to just go up to one of the princes and be like, "No, you know about your grandma?" Like, no. I'm like, the block is hot. Your grandma's not.
I see what you did there. Because the reptilian.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Bars. Anyways, back to the topic.
Your block is hot.
Your grandma's not. Double entendre. Don't worry, I got you, bro. Yeah.
Bars.
Don't worry. As soon as Kendrick dropped that last diss, I'm like, I got you. Let me carry the torch. That's it, bro. You gotta let him know that we not just being repped by Drake. Canada got some new blood in town.
That's the only bar that I've been let you play it like that.
Yeah. I got some other ones.
Because you said that and you quit.
If you're watching this, I want you to understand your value and what you bring to whatever you're contributing to. That will make you understand how much leverage you have in any kind of negotiations or discussions in place. Creators who do a lot of makeup or tech stuff are going to have way more leeway with YouTube rather than controversial creators who are a brand risk and generally push away advertisers.
Yes.
People want to flock to YouTube and make a career here because there's so much advertiser money, but at the same time, they want to make content that pushes that kind of advertiser away. You got to understand.
Yeah, that's true, man.
If you want to have certain kinds of discussions, you may not be able to do it on YouTube because you have to understand the business platform.
I don't really think it's so much that much free speech. There's some things that they said that we've said as well. We just don't articulate it the same way, and we have nuance to what we say, and we back it up. We just literally just say dumb stuff. We don't go to the extreme of things that like at the point like you don't back it up. Which way you think?
Wait, but you know why they got demonetized? Right?
Well, they got demonetized for all the
monkey stuff.
The monkey stuff and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. They went to the extreme of some shit that like you didn't have to hold them. We didn't warn you. Apple warned you. I would not believe. I'm like, they're not gonna do that. So I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna stand here and say we. It wasn't we.
Yeah, that's like the thing.
It was him. So,
especially in commentary, I get people want to have like free speech, but at the same time, it's kind of like if you look at the business model, you definitely want to watch what you guys say.
You want to hear the biggest?
Even like on Rumble,
the meat and potatoes
it might be like free speech as they claim right now, but over the time to keep like advertisers, you're definitely gonna have to like clean it up.
Set up the 1,000 mics to do all the crazy stuff that they got to do. If they were just bringing in the dudes to talk about dating, fitness, tech, finances, crypto scams, which they love, okay? If they were just doing that, you think a podcast costs $70K a month? Absolutely not. It would cost 1/3 of that. They don't want to downsize, and they don't want to change their business practices because they know what their money maker is. The reason they're putting the 10 whores and a mic thing behind a paywall is because they know that's what makes money. They're not putting the other shit behind a paywall because they don't want to pay for that. People are only watching to see you yell at women.
That's fine, but you gotta lay in your fucking bed and sleep there.
Yeah, Myron made the bed. Now he wants his fans to lie in it with him. One of his favorite pastimes, according to him, in his college days. Yeah, don't worry, it's not sus, guys. It's just boys being boys.
Bro, those were my teammates. It's not gay. It's just what it is. It's what's around. It's boys being boys, right? Guys being guys.
Camaraderie, you know what I say? When y'all struggle together because someone else made a stupid decision and cost themselves millions, you get closer by being in the same bed. Yeah, boys being boys. Huh? You want to pull a little prank, you know what I'm saying? Eat somebody's ass, hey, gay. This is making sure you're not constipated. You can't let the homie just die from keeping all that gas inside. You know, if anything, it's sad because look at it this way. A bunch of people about to lose their salaries and lose their livelihood, okay?
Man, that's crazy that they're begging their fans.
You know, to some degree, these people are also complicit in this because when he was doing his dumb shit, they were egging him on. So you know what? Actually, it's not sad. Everybody can hold an L. He can hold an L for being a bad leader, and you guys can hold an L for not being the good kind of friends who tell somebody they're going too far, they're going too far, and they're going to hurt the business. But weren't they supposed to laugh at this? I'm pretty sure I distinctly remember somebody saying, "We're better than you niggas. We are better than you niggas." Period. Weren't they supposed to laugh us?
Wow.
But they quit it, right?
But they did. No, they did laugh us. In terms of L's?
Where's the Fresh and Fit studio?
We're stationary.
Drinking.
I mean, I know it's in Miami, but I gotta see where it is. I think they probably do send emails to their guests. They're evicted? Or are they in a new location now? Oh my god, they have the Eventbrite. No way. No freaking way. Bro, they actually have the event. Hold up. Oh, you guys can't see that? No freaking way. That is insanity. It was $3,500. They did like a $500 discount. Oh my god, Castle Club. The 28, June 28. Oh, so it's gonna be like in June 28. Oh my god, Fresh and Fit. Where exactly? I have seen they do yacht parties in Miami. There's been like a lot of my homies actually have been doing those. But I don't know. I kind of see them as pointless. Wait, let me see here. Miami yacht. Yeah, you could like rent out a yacht. I think they do it like 100. Was it 100? Well, it depends on who's running the party. Oh, from $75 an hour. Yeah, like you could like rent out like a private yacht and have like a party there.
Easy peasy lemon.
I'm pretty sure they were supposed to campus.
They were supposed, yeah, they were supposed to.
They're better than us.
Yes.
They get more money than us.
Yes.
But we were behind them. According to them, we were making videos about them. It was hot. It was a hot topic.
We're trending, man. Yeah, it's popular right now. But then I did, as always, men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? And then I thought to myself, why would they bring this up now? Chris, can you show Exhibit A real fast? So let's see here. They got, let's see, these guys have almost 1 million more subs than us, guys, all right? So we're the blue line, they're the red. They have 1.38, which is 1,380,000 subscribers. Guys, we only have 430,000 subscribers, okay? We have literally like less than 1/3 of their joint, right? And we got 20 million views, and they got 14.9 million views. Very interesting for you guys to go ahead and make a video insulting us months after the fact. I wonder why. Oh, it's because we're hotter than you guys right now.
But now they like pretty much done the water about to we still making videos. Why are we doing videos about who's about to be irrelevant?
Because we can.
Yeah, I need some liquor. I'm about to go 2-step on somebody's grave.
I 2-step on somebody's grave.
Hey, bro.
Boy, liquor.
I had so many people that, yo, Alba, man, I want you guys to reconcile with me. Y'all don't know me, okay? If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. And that don't go change. And you can mark my words. And I hope everyone unsubscribes if I ever change my mind, okay? All right. Also, guys, check out our second channel, Apple Preaching the Floor, where we get twice as many views.
Begging for money and calling the fans brokies is some insane mental gymnastics, I'm not gonna lie.
More of the cut stuff, more leisure stuff, more fun stuff over there.
More stream. That's why I stream. So go watch it. I stream there.
Also, one more thing to know, we got a Discord and a Reddit. Go check those out. You get a lot of topics there. I play video games and D&D in there every now and then. Preach be popping in once in a blue moon, so go check it out.
Boom.
And none of it's behind the paywall.
Oh, wow. Well, technically, your page. Again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mine going like, again! It's always funny. I love that. What else have they said about Fresh and Fit? I don't know how you could go work at Fresh and Fit. It feels like, what do you call it? Groundhog Day, personally. Really bad floods here in Miami. So they are in Miami, but where is the building specifically? Wait, I want to see what people are saying about this. Is Wes Watson going to show us his tummy? What in the world? Don't pay for this, fools? Cancel Club. Hard to pass anybody paying, you also have no liar. Oh my god. I was wondering if you are locals. I was wondering if you are a local supporter. Can you explain what's the difference between $20 a month or the $200 annual membership? Are people really questioning the membership price? Like, these guys really don't have anything to offer. I really can't. 4,000 for a meet and greet is insanity. Oh yeah, there was that fight. I don't even think I could show the fight. Nah, these guys, if they're father figures, Dios mío.
It's getting shaky. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave. I got 20 real estate properties. You.
Especially the men who claim to be like alpha red pill. That end up getting like the most emotional about. You lied. It was funny you lied. That's why people reacted.
A couple of years back, I made a video called Agent Zero's Triumphant Rise on YouTube. Agent commented on this video and wrote, like a trip down memory lane. Appreciate the words, bro. As a fan of Playback and being a small YouTuber at the time, I was extremely happy that he commented. While we wait the return of Playback, let's take another trip down memory lane. But this time, let's relive some of the craziest battles between...
Before, like, I don't know the lore of Playback, but once they kind of Double Agent kind of transferred into like the, or transitions as I should say, into like the AMP. I forgot about Playback, I'm not gonna lie.
Playback and Fresh and Fit. Many channels including Album and Preach, Preach Academics, and many more battle Fresh and Fit leading up to their permanent demonetization on the YouTube platform. But today's video will focus on Playback's contribution to exposing Fresh and Fit as the liars, frauds, scammers, and hypocrites they are. Agent Low reacted to and exposed Fresh and Fit so their audience would hopefully never become anything like Myron and Walter. The messed up thing is that even though Fresh and Fit are still demonetized on YouTube, to this day, they're still actively abusing YouTube's copyright system. They are still claiming any video that uses content from their podcast, even if it's under fair use. Just 2 weeks ago, a Cheetos Fresh and Fit video was claimed. Fresh and Fit are all about freedom of speech when they want to be anti-Semitic, racist, and misogynistic, but are completely against other people speaking freely about how they are frauds and scammers. Abusing the copyright claiming process is one of the reasons they were kicked out of the YouTube partner program in the first place. So it's crazy that they are still using the exact same tactic to silence anyone who challenges their opinions. I guess this is why they are still demonetized to this day. But let's get into how from 2021 up until today, Playback has been exposing Myron and Walter for who they really are time and time again. Playback and Fresh and Fit are two creator duos who give their opinions on the internet, but their similarities end there. Playback is made up of Dean and Marcel, aka Agent Zero and Legend of Winning. Agent originally started off as a 2K gaming YouTuber on his channel Agent Zero Gaming, and later joined the YouTube group Any Means Possible, or AMP for short. You might have heard of Kaisenet, another member of AMP. Agent later created an additional channel called Agent Zero, and now also streams on Twitch. Agent's original clip channel was called The Agency, and he now uploads clips onto another channel called Agent Zero Everything. Low started out as an NBA commentary YouTuber on his channel Legend of Winning, and later created two additional channels called Foot on the Line and The Low Post. I believe Low and Agent originally met on a basketball podcast around 2016 and became friends. They started the peer-to-peer podcast together in January of 2020, where no subject was off limits. In April 2020, Agent and Low started reacting to trending videos on Agent's channel.
On the podcast, when I said we were best friends and you said Robert was your best friend, I was like, Oh, but nigga get jealous of somebody else's best friend. Well, y'all can have two best friends, man.
Well, you my brother, though. You know what I'm saying? You my brother from another mother.
Listen to a song real quick.
Flexing on my exes, acting reckless, 100 on my left wrist, and my necklace.
I'm flexing. Whoa! That shit was worse than I thought, Lo.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's not worse than you thought.
Then in December 2020, the two decided to create a new channel specifically for these reactions called Playback.
I can't. Yo, it's the one and only Legend of Winning, aka Low. We back with another Playback.
If you Google Fresh and Fit, this is what comes up. Fresh and Fit is a self-improvement podcast. We help men become better with dating/game, fitness, social media, and finances. Order Myron's new book, Why Women Deserve Less, here. I'll just let it speak for itself.
That's
podcast
insane.
As a part of the manosphere, men's rights, and
that being like
you might
your
think that Fresh and Fit's opinions are grift or race bait, but
trademark
here's how you know
is
they're not, and
insanity.
they're actually being dead ass.
Men can't have preferences. If you say anything, that holds away accountable for their poor fucking decisions. A lot of you motherfuckers are jellyfish. No fucking spine. And that's the reason why a lot of you motherfuckers are bad, triple chin, neck bearded, pieces of shit, fucking fucks, with no money, and no one fucking respects you. Because you motherfuckers don't stand for nothing. If I stand with Fresh, I die with Fresh. It is what it is. It is what it is, you motherfuckers. Oh shit, you keep shaking. I got 20 fucking real estate properties, so I can tell motherfuckers, fuck you. My net worth is over $6 fucking million. I get money residually. I don't fucking need to do this shit. I don't even fucking sell my soul. I stand with my fucking friends. Period.
Also, if Fresh and Fit was rage bait, they wouldn't be trying to strike down YouTube channels who disagree with them. If Fresh and Fit is about male empowerment, then what is this?
That's a bag of trash, dude. Pull your shirt
Because
off.
I've been-
Tell me you're proud
Because
of
I've been
yourself.
in prison.
Jesus Christ,
Because
look
I've been
at
to
you,
prison.
bro. You got 10-inch arms and tits. Men don't have tits.
The Fresh and Fit podcast is hosted by Myron Gaines, aka Fit, and Walter Weeks, aka Fresh Pin CEO, or Fresh. They created their podcast in October of 2020 and had conversations about fitness, dating, and gender roles. If you aren't familiar with Fresh and Fit, a better description of their podcast is they invite like 10 women to sit at their table, and for an hour straight, they spew a bunch of nonsense and L takes. If any of the women disagree, they will cut them off to tell them how worthless and useless women are, and sometimes they'll even rage and kick them out of the room. Basically, Fresh and Fit walked so Andrew Tate could run. In order to sell their online courses and profit off of impressionable young men, Myron and Walter have convinced their audience that adopting their ideologies is the only way to succeed as a man. The biggest way they push this is by promoting the idea that there has been a huge decline in the character of women, or as they call them, modern women. In my opinion, there's some pretty interesting characters in the world right now, male and female. Out of the almost 4 billion women in the world right now, only a tiny percentage are actually the IG models and OnlyFans models Fresh and Fit claim to hate so much. I say this because Myron says the decline of women is so bad that the majority of women shouldn't have the right to vote anymore. Also, if they truly hated these, as they call them, clout-hungry modern women, wouldn't it be a lot easier to just stop only associating with these categories of women? If Fresh and Fit fans stopped listening to the podcast and buying online courses and actually put effort into finding a woman in real life, they would realize there's plenty of women to choose from who aren't anything like Fresh and Fit.
Oh yeah, bro.
Also, if I had a dime for every time my wife
The
had
bros
a
actually
after they got mad at me for making a video on
had
them,
common
and slide into her
sense
DMs, I'd have
stop
two
listening
dimes.
to
If
these
all women were clout-hungry modern
clowns,
women, she would have broken up with me a
like the
long
world
time
would be
ago
a better
and never would have
place.
married me
No
after
cap.
it happened. But I guess by Fresh and Fit's logic, my wife is just a myth. Playback gives a male perspective on the internet's most trending videos. They will clown both males or females when they talk crazy in the clips they react to.
You still need a man. See, that's the mentality right there. I don't need a man. You heard her. You heard her. I don't need a man. Like,
You need a physical woman to bear a child for you.
and y'all need a physical sperm. Where does it come from? From a man.
Oh my God! Whoa, why is she fighting this? Nigga, why is she fighting this?
Bro, where does the hospital get it?
A man!
Why is she being this up? What's going on?
That's crazy. She's arguing something that's like biologically true. Where do you get it from? Yeah. No, I get it from the hospital. Where do I get it from? Hospital! Why are you yelling about this?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You're trying so hard to be right even though you're wrong.
Playback tries to see both perspectives of any argument they react to, but will call out any hypocrisy they hear. This is completely different from Fresh and Fit, who will spaz out every time a woman opens her mouth, whether her points are valid or not. And if a woman's points are valid, she's immediately kicked off a podcast. The only women they let speak on their podcast are yes women who agree with everything they say and will disrespect women as well. Steakout even tried to go back and forth with Agent and Low, accusing them of holding back with their opinions and hiding their true red pill feelings. But in response, Agent and Low were pretty much like, no, we're really not, but okay. Fresh and Fit have been in an endless list of controversies, which isn't surprising because their entire platform is built on controversial opinions. They were permanently demonetized on YouTube in August of 2023, violating community guidelines by repeatedly submitting false copyright strikes to try to permanently terminate our YouTube channels for calling them out. They also repeatedly violated TOS with their misogynistic, anti-Semitic, and racist ideologies. From then on, Fresh and Fit was unable to make any money on YouTube, so they started streaming on Rumble. On top of their controversial misogynistic views, Fresh and Fit have also been called out for inviting far-right political commentators onto their podcasts, repeatedly sharing anti-Semitic behaviors and opinions, and for giving anti-Semitic commentators a platform on their show. On the other hand, Playback has never really been in any huge controversy. The only scandal they've been in was when Low's ex-girlfriend exposed him on Twitter for cheating on him. Now, I obviously don't agree with cheating, and it's a terrible thing to do, but if there are any Fresh and Fit fans in the comments that think this makes Low anywhere near as controversial as Fresh and Fit, you can type your comments here. But let's see how this whole beef between Playback and Fresh and Fit even started in the first place. In 2020, Playback uploaded a video calling out Walter and Fresh and Fit for lying about attending an NBA party as a way to advertise his online course. This Playback video has since been removed by Fresh and Fit themselves after they submitted a false copyright strike against Playback's channel. If you're not familiar with YouTube's terms and conditions, if you receive 3 copyright strikes, there's a huge chance that your channel will be permanently terminated and wiped from the platform. After Playback's video went live, Fresh and Fit uploaded an hour-long stream violating and making fun of Agent and Low in a now deleted YouTube video. Low was able to download this video before Fresh and Fit deleted it. Fresh and Fit deleted this video of them bullying Playback in fear that Playback would see the video after receiving the false copyright strike and retaliate. Just like Playback reacted to Fresh and Fit, Myron and Walter reacted to Playback's content in the video, making fun of them. By deleting the video, Playback had nothing to copyright claim on Fresh and Fit's channel. It's also pretty hilarious because when Fresh and Fit made their hour-long video about Playback, they didn't know that Agent and Low had other YouTube channels besides Playback that were all way bigger than Fresh and Fit. So they thought that they were punching down on smaller creators and calling them a couple of nobodies, when in reality, Agent and Low were actually way more famous and successful than they were. They eventually realized their mistake and waited until they surpassed Playback in subscribers. Then they went back to Playback's video about them and left this comment saying, "You two made a big mistake. Triple Chin Lard Boy and the guy that hasn't been in the barbershop for 2.5 years are going to get cooked on our podcast. YouTube done goofed. 290k subs in 9 months. Hold this L once again." Keep in mind, Agent and Low still had more subscribers than them on their other channels at this point, and still do today. On December 8th, 2021, Playback uploaded a video called Fresh and Fit tried to delete our channel. In this video, Agent and Low explained how Fresh and Fit copyright striked their channel and got 3 videos about Fresh and Fit permanently removed. They talk about how wrong it is for Fresh and Fit to take advantage of YouTube's flawed copyright system, which allows people to robotically detect and manually claim any video that uses their content, regardless of if it's protected under fair use or not. The only way to remove these claims is by manually disputing them, but as soon as a video is robotically claimed, it is immediately suppressed in the YouTube algorithm. Even if the claim is removed, the video views usually remain pretty low. Agent says that in his entire decade on YouTube, he's never gone through anything like this. He talks about how Pretty Boy Fredo and Keemstar have started controversy with him in the past, but they came to a resolution and never tried to strike his channel like Fresh and Fit did. He also says that he would never strike a channel for reacting to any of his content because it's under fair use. He says he could easily strike Fresh and Fit back, but he'd never stoop down to their level just for the sake of content. Low says this is exactly why YouTube shouldn't have removed the dislike button, because now people like Fresh and Fit can control the narrative around them and silence any opposition with copyright strikes and hidden dislikes.
Fresh and Fit trying to get us out of here, my boys. This is also a warning to other channels out there as well. If y'all run into any complications, please be on the lookout, because it seems like they're trying to silence a lot of people, and make sure all your channels, at least videos, are removed about them.
I found a video of Fresh lying about some NBA party he'd been to, and how the NBA player helped get him some pussy. And he bridged from that story, that fake story, to tell us to buy his course. I thought it was hilarious. We both obviously knew it was fake. They left our radar.
They did a response to us, an hour-long response. So all of that, those lies that they were spewing about how, oh, we just got caught up on the moment, it was just, we let the fame get to our head, it was just acting as if like it was a one-time occurrence. No, back when they had 20, 30, 40,000 subscribers, they were acting the exact same way. So they did the exact same thing to us months ago. And the only reason why y'all finally took it down is because once y'all copyright strike us, y'all was like, they might retaliate, so we're gonna go ahead and just remove that video from YouTube right now.
It's come to the internet's attention that these guys aren't who they say they are. They're promoting this lifestyle and this philosophy on relationships, women, and finances, but it turns out they're not even following what they're saying they believe in. So to be able to sell courses and not even truly practice those things is crazy. So the evidence is out on the internet, and we love to laugh at hypocrisy here on this channel, and it happens in all forms from all types of people. Fresh and Fit just happens to be one of them. You copyright striking 3 of our videos means that our channel could have gotten permanently terminated. For your reporting of our fair use profuse reaction to your hypocrisy, you were willing to terminate our channel. You're the exact type of people we like to laugh at and make a point of, because hopefully our audience never grows to become anything like you. People sit there and laugh because it is a disaster of a show they're watching. Every conversation is toxic and doesn't help propel anything forward but your own pockets. And the reality is the shit that you sell, you can't stand behind it. And if I was with you, if I was on the same part as you, the retaliation would be tough for you.
Trying to get money from desperate men who don't have sense or direction in their life. So what you're trying to do is prop yourself up on this pedestal, and as soon as people pull the fucking rug right underneath you all, because it's nothing but bullshit, as soon as people do that, now you're threatening termination of the entire channel. Hey, it's not my fault that you live a lie like that. I know y'all are insecure. It's crazy how y'all keep saying everybody, you're an alpha, big alpha. But it's niggas like you who always try to silence somebody and try to move things around, and we know y'all niggas are emotional because
it's not like the greatest.
Y'all reacted to our reaction.
What do you call it?
So what? So now we hit you with a strike because y'all reacted to us reacting, being petty and emotional. Yeah, they left a comment. Vsauce got it. Hey guys, don't worry, we got all that bullshit. They left it like, oh, we finally beat y'all, we finally caught up to y'all. We passed y'all subscribers.
Snake oil salesman
Scam.
scam.
Bro. Those are two grown-ass children over there. I'm telling y'all, bro. And at some point, you're going to have to face reality. Walter's going to have to stop buying Instagram followers. He's going to have to stop going on sugar-baby sites and believing that he's in a real relationship because he brought someone over here. This is nuts, right?
Lowe then exposes proof that Walter gave a woman half of all the money from Fresh and Fit super chats, was frequently sending her money on Venmo, and paying her bills. This completely contradicts Walter's red pill online persona. Walter tried to defend himself by saying this entire relationship with this woman was for a troll. But that absolutely makes no sense, because no one knew about the extent of the relationship, and he gave her real money. Walter being exposed for giving women money and calling it all a joke really hasn't aged well. In the past 2 years, he has been exposed for things like this over and over again. Recently in 2024, Walter just got exposed for allegedly getting a woman pregnant, which completely goes against his alpha male ideology. This pregnancy is what Myron was raving about at the beginning of the video. Myron says that he'll stand with Fresh until death, no matter what he's exposed for. Getting called out for hypocrisy yet again is what had Myron so triggered. Lowe also talks about how Fresh and Fit doesn't just silence other creators, they even silence their own fans. If fans question Fresh and Fit's ideologies on their official subreddit, their comments would get deleted, and then accounts would be banned. Fans had to then create a separate subreddit where they could speak freely. But if Fresh and Fit noticed anyone was a part
The H3 subreddit, the Hassan subreddit, when Daphne was still active, they pretty much censored any negative comments. iDub subreddit right now censors any negative comments or any critique.
Part of both subreddits, they would immediately ban them. Lowe goes on to expose proof of Walter buying tens of thousands of Instagram followers. This exposes Myron and Walter's hypocrisy when they say women do everything for attention and men don't. Myron and Walter accuse Playback of having no respect for their audience. But if Walter lied about a relationship for views, wouldn't he have no respect for his audience either? Instead of cowering to Fresh and Fit's fair tactics, Playback doubled and tripled down with more and more videos clowning Myron and Walter to show that they cannot be silenced and weren't scared of them at all. They also encouraged other channels to refuse to be silenced as well, but told them to just be cautious, seeing that Fresh and Fit was trying to terminate entire channels. On December 10th, 2021, Playback uploaded another video called Fresh and Fit, Your Plan Backfired. In this video, they come to the defense of Abba and Preach, another YouTube duo similar to Playback. They talk about how Abba and Preach got hit with 20 copyright strikes from Fresh and Fit, and this happened to a ton of other channels as well. Before this entire copyright strike situation, Fresh and Fit had a stream bullying and violating Abba and Preach, and making comments about Preach's significant other. Fresh and Fit then made a video apologizing to Abba and Preach, but after Abba and Preach reacted to this apology video, they were hit with 20 copyright claims from Fresh and Fit. These claims were obviously false because Fresh and Fit's lawyer claimed that 50 minutes of content was stolen per video, but Abba and Preach's videos were no longer than 15 minutes. Their lawyer also said content was stolen at timestamps 16 minutes to 15 minutes. Unless Abba and Preach were time travelers, this made absolutely no sense. YouTube contacted Abba and Preach to let them know that their content was protected under fair use and wouldn't be deleted. YouTube also contacted Fresh and Fit to let them know that if they kept submitting false copyright strikes and claims, their channel would be punished. In the video, Agent and Lowe also talk about how Fresh and Fit are complete hypocrites because they react to other people's content on their own channel and podcasts all of the time, including RDC World, Mr. Beast, and many other big creators. They also react to Fresh and Fit saying that everyone is just jealous of their success and how they help young men. Agent and Lowe say that they would never want to be like them, and all of their videos about male self-improvement have way less views than the videos of them throwing women off of the set. So they are only lying to themselves if they think people actually watch them for advice and not to see OnlyFans models clowned on.
I've never been on a yacht.
Yeah, I've never been on a yacht.
I'm jealous though.
I'm jealous that you took a girl on a yacht and paid her electric bill. I'm jealous, nigga. You're right, bro. I'm jealous of you, nigga.
That was me, man.
Yeah, it's like some weird kind of
And then you admit that you were wrong and you're still saying
getting a kick out of.
Go on their channel and they react to other people's content all the time without asking them for permission before.
Oh, and that's my guy!
That's your guy,
That's
right?
my guy Mark right there! Oh my god, so if we just fill out copyright claims just like that, let me make a call real quick.
Facts, nigga, right? Because you definitely can't get his approval for that. Clip for it. This is no Squid Games.
You reacted to a Netflix show?
They reacted to Squid Games. Are you fucking dumb, bro?
YouTube sees this and they reply, "Hi, lawyer. We are concerned that some of the information in your takedown request may be fraudulent. Please understand that YouTube receives a large number of fraudulent copyright takedown requests, and we take that abuse of that process very seriously, and they cite a court case where they fuck somebody up for doing it. Then they say, we remind you to take this seriously and make sure you get it done. If we don't receive a detailed explanation from you within 7 days, your YouTube account may be terminated."
But it somehow gets worse. Let's see if they're reacting, though.
The lawyer says, each of the videos in question either uses a significant section of our client's content, Fresh and Fit, pulled directly from their videos on YouTube channel, or have lifted their entire videos from their YouTube channel.
Man, that's
Furthermore,
insanity.
these videos in question are all being used for other without alteration, which necessarily defeats any fair use exceptions to copyright infringement. Hey, the lawyer's getting paid.
Hey, y'all niggas got scammed, nigga. That's fucking crazy. Dumbass Marvin, like, we got this, we got this, or you're not. Hey, Fresh got fucking finessed by a fucking woman, like, literally, like, 2 2 weeks ago. Here's Myra dumbass getting finessed by the goddamn.
Bro, freaking Fresh. Bro, Fresh is always like, he's always tricking. I'm not gonna lie. Like, why is he spending like exorbitant amounts on these like OnlyFans and Instagram models that they so despise? And then when their fans start kind of like leaving like the cult mentality, that's when Fresh and Fit kind of get mad. Like, the boys really got to get out of there because it's like a cult.
Fucking channel terminated. Y'all are the dumbest niggas I have ever seen.
Respect freedom of speech. You should be this motivated to censor people, especially people that have the same job as you. You are a content creator. But why are you so anxious to censor?
We know why.
We know why.
No, but like, it's not a copyright issue. We all know it's a copyright issue. It's censorship. And so y'all censoring us, y'all censoring other content creators, y'all are censoring people in your own subreddit, and then y'all also censoring people in your own chat. Y'all are just trying to remove any evidence. And y'all censoring yourself to actually remove videos that have video evidence of it. So y'all are literally trying to just get rid of everything that proves that you all are not who y'all say y'all are.
On January 8th, 2022, Playback uploaded a video reacting to Fresh and Fit talking about how they don't date black women and spreading blatant racist generalizations. This is another example of Fresh and Fit's hypocrisy because Myron and Walter's main argument about women is that women are so terrible because they only want to date men who have a certain amount of money and won't look outside of that preference. So add preferences to the long list of double standards in Fresh and Fit's gender ideology. Having preferences is fine, but you don't have to take it this far and insult an entire group of people to make your point. And that goes for men and women. Agent talks about how women don't have to generalize all men based on wealth, and men don't have to generalize all women based on race. Myron and Walter say that they, quote, don't dabble in the black, aren't down with the brown, aren't night riders, and don't date Shaniquas or Laquishas. Agent and Lowe talk about how Fresh and Fit only surround themselves with stereotypically obnoxious women, and it has nothing to do with their race. Fresh and Fit continuously choose to only talk to women from the Miami Strip and sugar baby websites, and then complain about women not being classy or respectable, which is completely counterintuitive. Fresh and Fit is the best case of cognitive dissonance.
What are they expecting, though?
It makes no sense to keep debating about how...
If they're looking for something that... They're not really looking for like a real intimate relationship that will kind of... That's not the typical hedonistic relationship. That's what they supposedly are against, these like hedonistic only for like clubbing, money, all this superficial stuff. They're clearly against that, but that's the kind of lifestyle they live. I really do wish people could kind of get a light bulb going off in their head and see what these guys are really for, but like Bills has been saying, the problem is that a lot of dudes have been hurt and they just want to see others suffer. Like, hurt people hurt others. Hurt people hurt people. That's what I meant to say.
Terrible modern women are when the women you're basing this opinion off of are the same OnlyFans models, porn stars, strippers, and sugar babies they constantly surround themselves with. If you aren't chronically online, actually leave your house and get off of Tinder and sugarbaby.com, there's plenty of respectable women out there for you today. Playback also talks about how Fresh and Fit claim to be a male self-improvement podcast, but all their videos that actually talk about male self-improvement have way less views than their videos spazzing on the women sitting with them or throwing them out of the studio.
But to sit here and to cast like horrible characteristic traits to an entire race of
Annoying.
people, is
But what else they say?
Annoying, loud, ghetto. To sit there and to cast those type of characteristic traits amongst a race of people, when the way that you all meet women are in ways in which those type of characteristic traits will be more common, because you all don't meet high-class women on Miami strips, because those type of women are always trying to seek validation. They're trying to seek eyes. They're trying to. Those are not the standard women. They're just not. Those are not. They sit here and to say like, hey, all the women that I meet in the strip club, oh, those are the.
They're so annoying and ratchet.
Why are they always shaking their ass?
Oh
Like,
my
I just
god!
don't get it. And in both places, they produce women who probably aren't of the highest ilk in many regards. Doesn't make any sense to then say, hey, all women who fit under this race now are based off of the limited experiences I had. It doesn't make any sense.
Now, sometimes if they're, red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying. Yep.
It's so odd to see black people say that.
Yeah, no, I don't know what it is about that. Somebody just threw me off.
Yeah, like this nigga Fresh legitimately looks like Uncle Ruckus right now. Like you're Uncle Ruckus, nigga. Y'all Uncle Tom ass niggas. Y'all don't understand how y'all niggas are people of color, and y'all sitting here saying that about black women.
We get on this channel, we're like,
yeah, that's insane.
They be looking in the
that is insane.
in Miami strip clubs and fucking lounges. Where do you think you're gonna find the same type of person regardless of their race? You telling this lady here that she's not like other black women is not a fucking compliment to her.
So the idea that you all then can just
the thing is, when it comes to like race, they look for the same qualities, the stereotypes that they complain about, but with women that don't happen to be their own race. So that's like a really interesting kind of fetish if you think about it.
shadow of unwarranted characteristics amongst an entire race of women is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense because they have white women on their show who do ghetto ratchet shit all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's outrageous right now. Nigga's crazy.
Like, you don't have to shit on somebody to just talk about who you prefer, dog. It's not necessary.
Also calling them, I don't Gavel in the Brown or Night Riders and stuff like that.
I can say I'm into light-skinned women, and I can say
But
that
just
without
leave it at that.
You
Just
don't
leave
have
it
to
at
say, like, because dark-skinned women, you know how they get. They're super aggressive. Like, you stop casting your projections on entire groups of people, bro.
To sit here and say that is crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
you were just being finessed by a white woman like two months ago.
And you didn't, for some reason.
On May 22nd, 2022, Playback uploaded Fresh and Fit explain why men can cheat but women can't. In the video they are reacting to, Fresh and Fit repeatedly tried to disrespect a female radio host on her own show and try to get her in a gotcha moment over and over again. Fresh and Fit start off by saying that if a woman posts inappropriate pictures online while in a committed relationship, she's cheating on her significant other, which is honestly understandable. I mean, it's not cheating, but it would probably make the majority of men uncomfortable. But it goes both ways. I'm pretty sure if I started posting thirst traps on my community tab, my wife wouldn't be too happy about it. I saw someone say that 80% of what Fresh and Fit say is valid, but people focus on the 20% to hate on them. First off, I think it's a lot more like 2% of their arguments are valid. Also, I saw another person say that it only takes a tiny drop of rat poisoning in fresh water to be deadly. So Fresh and Fit doesn't get a pass for making a couple of valid arguments once in a blue moon. On the radio show, it only takes a few seconds for Fresh and Fit to completely abandon talking about the topic at hand, which is what's acceptable to post on social media while in a relationship, and move on to doing what they actually are famous for, which is trying to dunk on women. Myron goes on to keep cutting off the host to talk about how all men want quantity, aka as many women as possible, and all women want quality, aka the one best man possible. Lone Agent talk about how dumb it is that Myron constantly generalizes all men and all women to fit his narrative and sell his sport. Myron also gets extremely passionate and emotional talking about how no man.
It's like the easiest money to go for like generalizations and controversy via arguing all the time, because if you actually sit down, have a thorough discussion, it won't get as much views as you would want to if it was controversial. That's kind of like the sad reality of how that game is played, though. But I definitely wouldn't want to sacrifice a lot of my principles, because once you go extreme, there's like no going back to that. You kind of have to keep on pushing it to more extreme, and that just kind of will lead to the risk of your channel.
And wants a woman who posts on social media. But again, if you actually believe this, why is he constantly surrounding himself with IG models, OF models, strippers, and sugar babies? The exact type of women he claims to hate. This is exactly why people now call them fresh and fraud and stressed and shit. Will also talks about how if Myron doesn't think it's right for women to have quote-unquote high mileage, then why did he say in a previous...
Yeah, like the problem is that a lot of people know that Fresh and Fit are a scam. They know that their whole thing, they don't really live by the principles that they want to boast about. But since a lot of them have a lot of hatred for women, they would rather look past that than actually have a brain cell for once.
Previous video that he requires the women he dates to have sex with him on the first or second date. They also talk about how Myron says women do everything for attention and men don't. But if this was the case, why was Walter, his own co-host, constantly buying chains, yachts, and flexing on Instagram to his paid followers? Myron also says that since men usually make more money in a relationship, the woman should go along with any of his requirements even if she doesn't agree with them. If Myron stopped being chronically online, getting random statistics from TikTok, and surrounding himself with yes women, he'd realized how dumb he sounds. Agent ends off by saying that Fresh and Fit will just say whatever it takes to sell their online course, and sell young men a dream that even they themselves know is a false reality. The average woman would never go for this one-sided open relationship Fresh and Fit promote their fans to have. They encourage their fans to live in a way that they don't even live by. They'll tell their teenage and early 20-year-old fans who have probably never had a successful long-term relationship that it's okay to cheat on your girlfriend with hundreds of different women if you make more money than her, because the kings of the past have been doing it since the beginning of time. But what percentage of all men who have ever lived were kings? And how many of the men who buy Fresh and Fit's course will ever achieve that top 1% status? Fresh and Fraud aren't even in that income bracket. To be in the top 1%, you have to have a net worth of at least $43 million. Myron's net worth is $600,000 to $1.5 million. He obviously is rich, but I'm just saying that maybe Myron should focus on becoming the king of the country before he tries to live like one in a relationship, and encourage all of his fans to do the same. It's also really ironic that Myron calls the host emotional and says she lets her emotions cloud her brain, when he's the one trying to terminate entire YouTube channels just for disagreeing with him.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
No, not at all.
It's rap!
What are you laughing at?
No, I'm laughing because you're allowing me to finish. So my point is this. My point is simply this. Men, that's how men view relationships with women. They might not admit this, but men's territory promiscuous have a very difficult time getting men to commit to them, because men don't want to be with women that other men have been with, or they don't want a girl that has high mileage. That's why when you went to the dealership, you pay full price for that vehicle, brought it back home, and then someone said, hey, I want to still be able to see her wherever, you got to potential that. Why? Because you pay full price for the vehicle, and you feel like you're getting used and abused when you put all the money down. That's how men view relationships with women.
Can I now say something?
Oh, it's 10 already? Oh my god.
And he's posting
I didn't realize 10 went that fast.
like, oh, that, you know, that's a thirst trap, right? You're wanting attention. So why is it different? You just think it's okay for a guy to do it, but not okay for a girl to do it because you're territorial.
Here's the thing. You're letting your feelings, right, get in the way of understanding yourself.
This thing is so dumb. She asked a very simple question. Same thing I just sat here and said. If a man is doing something also for attention, would it not be the same premise that you're talking about? You're just being emotional. It's like, I can't fucking hate you. She said it already. These are the same two bozos who got upset about talking about, I want my relationship is transactional. That's what they say. I want fire and desire passion. That's what they said. So if you're not the same bozos who believe that ideology, why would you even talk about women in a manner in which you're only women? It doesn't make any sense at all. But no, it's not emotional. She actually asked you a very legitimate question about if the premise of why you're posting a pic on Instagram, male or woman, is about trying to get attention. Then what does it matter? Still will be cheating. But this nigga fucking so blue pilled out his fucking mind, so perfect out his mind. This nigga don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. The shit they say sounds nice when you stop and really think about the shit they saying. It don't really add up. Can't have high mileage. You just can't have high mileage. But this is the same nigga who's saying that if I go out with you, I gotta have sex on the first or second date. This nigga got me fucked up. You know, nobody get straight to my alcohol, nigga. See, us out, nigga. When we sit here, when we do things, it's not for attention. It's logic. Literally, your co-host does a bunch of shit for attention. The amount of chains he buys, and the amount of Lambos he buys, and yachts that he puts women on, all that shit is for attention. Hey, that's what you want to do. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Here's the thing. Men and women are not the same. Women like attention. Men want sex. That's how it is. So when a girl's out there advertising herself, it's not the same as when a man is advertising himself because a man's not going to get nearly the same amount of attention. And then on top of that, men of status, men that are attractive, that have money, hey, it's just exercising options. My thing is, a man is capable of having sex with other women while still loving his girl the same. So it's not that big a deal.
Wait, so
if your girl's out here and feeling options, if your woman's out here feeling options, that's an issue.
Oh, sorry.
So he just wants like a one-sided open relationship. Yeah, that's what he wants. And just say that. Nigga, how do you get the sex outside of grabbing the attention from women?
You're actually saying that in a relationship, it's okay for men to go and explore other options, but we have to be happy with you and not explore options.
Absolutely. Close on your end, open on my end, and I think there should be honest between it.
Throwing that finger around and women
That's
come home, don't smell the juice of another woman on you.
Strong, powerful men, right, that have money and status were always able to have hordes of women. Look at whomever. Look at Devil's Aaron. Look at Kings. Look at
The sad reality is there's actually women that will take Myron's advice as gospel. It's like the self-esteem might be too low, and seeing like Myron say these things would kind of like further that downward spiral.
Well, Jesus Christ, these guys, I didn't mind having them on. Yes, we asked them to come on the show. Grow up, bro. Grow up. Even Dan Bilzerian said he's so lonely because the rooting around and the parties are fun, but the guy's lonely.
Once you go outside and actually start dating stuff, like you're not gonna live the things that like fit the fit podcast told you. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna live none of that stuff. You're gonna realize that relationship is give and take, and that like it's not transactional, and that you'll most definitely have issues. Any situation, whether it's with friends, whether you're in a relationship with your parents, you should be willing to do the most for the people around you because that's what a good person is.
But even if we were to live by the ideology of dating, like, you're still talking about kind of
we're talking about 0.0001%.
Even when they say kings and very wealthy men back in the day, like all of those are very, very, very small amount of men. So to even try to articulate an argument based off of a lifestyle that like 1% of men live on, it's clearly not audience. Not living because if it was your audience, then they wouldn't be tuning in because they would be actually living their life. They wouldn't be tuning in. But furthermore, the only reason why those men believe the things that they try to tell them is because, like he just said, but they've never been in a real relationship.
After this video, there was a huge boom in Red Pill content on the internet, and new Red Pill creators were popping up every single day. Playback began reacting to creators like Andrew Tate, Sneeko, Just Pearly Things, and many more. From time to time, if Fresh and Fit got really insane, Playback would react. Also during this time, sometime in 2022, Lowe's ex-girlfriend exposed him for cheating on her. I was honestly confused why everyone thinks that she was Lowe's wife, but I realized the marriage rumor started when Myron called her Lowe's wife on Fresh and Fit. Myron thought he was going to get Lowe canceled with this stream, but it didn't work. See, unlike Myron and Walter, Lowe actually took accountability for his actions and admitted when he did something wrong. A lot of Playback fans think Lowe has never addressed his cheating, but he has on multiple occasions. Here are some of the times he addressed it. In this clip, Agent confirms that Lowe was not married to the woman he cheated on, which is still not okay, but I'm just clarifying that since the rumor Myron started is that Lowe cheated on his wife. But at this point in the video, we should know Myron is a liar who does anything for views, so we shouldn't be all that surprised.
I really give it up. I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I cheated, bro, part of me was like, I guess I really do want to be selfish, bro. Like when I sat back and I thought about it for a while, I was like, bro, in those moments, I just wanted to be selfish, and I was with somebody that I guess I wanted to be selfish. You know what I'm saying?
It's selfish, but like, I don't think what you did with this situation is completely different.
Also, you don't tell me if you cheat. Don't tell me.
This is 20 years of commitment. The difference is like, first of all, you're saying. But like you weren't married, nor did you have kids. Once you get married and have kids, like you're like this forever. I don't give a fuck how you trying.
Even before this Playback video, Lowe addressed everything on episode 258 of the Peer to Peer podcast, which was posted on January 6, 2023. Instead of being like Fresh and Fit and blaming the woman, Lowe says that he didn't communicate enough and mismanaged his own emotional lows in the relationship. Lowe also talks about how he doesn't want people to put him on a pedestal and think he thinks he's perfect just because he talks about other people on Playback. He also says that EDP is the only creator he's ever criticized who he doesn't think can redeem themselves in the future, which is true because even when he reacts to Fresh and Fit, he tries to see both sides and give them the benefit of the doubt.
I did cheat. It was 4 times. It was not a Kroger associate, but I don't really think any of that really matters. People also ask me why I cheated. That also doesn't really matter at all because it's just bad decisions. It's not the right thing to do, and so I don't want people to think that like there's a way to justify it or anything like that. Don't cheat. Don't do what I did. It's not good. I know many of you probably don't follow me on Twitter or follow what I do on Twitter, but I did address it there. The reason why I didn't address it on Playback is because I felt like that'd be kind of weird, it'd be kind of forced, also polished. This is something that is more of a natural conversation to be had. So the podcast kind of is a better situation, like a better channel for me to talk about it. Also, my other channels are talking about like the NBA type shit, so that don't make no sense. And the reason why we can do a podcast earlier, we had guests. Everything is kind of set in stone, so we already had schedule already set in place. So
just trying to help my young brothers.
Why? I played the fifth because it's still, even though I think there's some of the details, it's still.
No, why did you do it?
Oh, I would argue because I just mismanaged lows in the relationship.
When you say lows, you mean lows in the relationship?
Yeah.
Lows like lows and highs.
Your name is Low. I was confused for a second.
I mismanaged my alter ego.
Low didn't cheat.
No, I just Marcel's a bad guy.
Why not just end it?
I think a lot of that was easier. It's easier in a moment. It's easier said than done. Or also, actually, a better way to answer is that I should have been just more direct and concise. The lack of communication was definitely there, but I should have just been more direct and concise.
Any advice for young black men, inner city kids that are struggling? You know,
I would highly advise kind of just knowing who you are and what you want in a relationship before trying to get in one serious. A lot of that just comes with dating, but just being honest with yourself and communicating with your partner.
When Lowe addresses his cheating, he's 100% authentic and doesn't try to convince the world that his entire past relationship was all just for a troll or blame it on feminism and the Matrix. Cheating is obviously a terrible thing, but because Lowe actually takes accountability and is honest, he's not a hypocrite like Myron and Walter. This is why Lowe is able to maintain his fan base. Just look at this comment section from a Playback fan. Shout out to Lowe for bringing up his infidelity, to be honest. I haven't always been a faithful dude myself, and accountability is important. Lowe didn't even have to bring up his cheating, but he chose to anyways. This shows that he takes accountability, which ironically, taking accountability is the sign of a true high-value man, according to the manosphere. When Lowe shares things about his personal life, he actually tells the truth, and he doesn't talk about his life to sell an online course. Again, I don't condone what Lowe did, but it's not like he didn't joke about his wandering eyes on a lot of their videos. On March 31st, 2023, in a video called Fresh and Fit, Is This Funny to Y'all?, Playback reacted to Myron and Walter joking around and laughing with a guest on the podcast about how he gang R-worded and ran trains on white women. This guest, Charleston White, also publicly says that he advocates for R-wording women as well as verbally, mentally, psychologically, and
why is the people kind of let that guy be around? He should not be around.
Physically abusing women. Lowe talks about how a lot of men in the manosphere will blame the women if she gets R-worded, but then do things like this, joking around on a podcast about men luring women into a trap to do things with multiple men.
I don't understand like how we get to this point where like you're laughing with somebody who's talking, who's openly.
You know what it feels
talking
like?
about that.
I feel like they're afraid to say anything in opposition to him.
But I've been saying it about the red pill, or at least some people in the manosphere for the last year now. They just don't like conflict amongst other men. This is like such a layup of like, hey, we should probably not talk about stuff like that.
Fuck that. Just
hey,
correct him. Like no,
that wasn't cool. But instead, you're like, oh my god, choo choo, oh my goodness, choo choo.
They laughed about it crazy. They find a way to justify it crazy.
Like no pushback at all. I just don't understand the concept of no pushback. And the problem is that Fresh and Fit and many people like in the manosphere, they're constantly like advocating around this idea that like when it comes to women in these type of situations, they for whatever reason just like oh no, it's not as bad as y'all make it out to be. It's actually your fault. You need to be surrounded with some men who can protect you. Like you can actually avoid this whole concept. But then like you have a man who is openly telling you like this is what we used to do back in the day. We used to just convince women to come in here and they thought
Yeah, like I don't know how they platform Charleston White.
And now all of a sudden because the women didn't say
I never understood that.
Oh, it's really your fault. You should have just said no. Like come on.
People really think it's like a joke, but no, he's like dead
For example,
serious
Fresh and
about
Fit
it.
and Sneeko called out Rollo Tomasi for grifting by saying that all men should get a vasectomy in their early 20s in order to be a high-value man. Fresh and Fit and their panel obviously disagreed with this insane statement. This is an example of when the content on the Fresh and Fit podcast is right 2% of the time, so I'll give them that. But in this instance, Sneeko was the one making the valid points on the Fresh and Fit podcast, while Myron and Walter were just sitting in the back, saying nothing and letting Sneeko talk. So this is really an example of Sneeko having a sound argument, not Myron and not Walter.
You know it's bad when you make Sneeko look like the
2022
smart one
and
in the
2023,
room.
it seemed
That
like
is
Fresh and
so
Fit fell
bad.
off of a lot of people's radars as bigger red pill creators started to get more spotlight and surpassed Fresh and Fit in the media. Because of this, Fresh and Fit started to get desperate, and that's how we ended up with Myron wearing a KKK hood on stream. On August 20th, 2023,
Yeah,
Playback
oh my
uploaded our
God,
final
that
message
was
to
like
Fresh
such
and
a
Fit.
bad
In this video,
stream.
they cover Fresh and Fit being kicked out of the YouTube partner program. Agent talks about how he doesn't celebrate the downfall of Fresh and Fit, or anyone's downfall, but the YouTube partner program is a privilege, not a right. Some people might disagree with Fresh and Fit being demonetized, but at the end of the day, YouTube is a private company. YouTube profits when content is ad-friendly, and they can do whatever they want to maintain their business structure.
Yes,
Lowe talks
true.
about the irony in the fact that a channel who abused its power to try to get other channels terminated got demonetized. He also says that Fresh and Fit should have been demonetized for violating TOS a long time ago, spreading anti-Semitism, misogyny, and
Like the thing is, like Fresh and Fit, and some people in commentary they will say that they're being censored, and while it is true to a certain extent, like I said earlier, it's kind of more of a, you gotta think of it as a business model. Like if you want to be edgy, that's cool, but it'll come with its risk. I think there's a way to be edgy, but also still find a way to kind of profit, if that makes any sense, or make at least a living with what you want to do without overcompensating.
racism wasn't the only thing Fresh and Fit did to violate TOS. Lowe exposes that Fresh and Fit reached 1 million subscribers by advertising a giveaway for a free PS5, AirPods, a Rolex, and a free trip to their studio in Miami. Inflating your subscriber count in this way is against TOS. Agent talks about how Fresh and Fit are trying to make a sob story about how now they can't spread male empowerment. But in reality, their podcast was mainly inviting OnlyFans models on to make fun of them. And instead of Fresh and Fit fans leaving the podcast with their lives transformed with positive advice, hundreds of thousands of them would immediately go and subscribe to the OnlyFans models that were on the podcast and make those models millions of dollars. They also talk about how Fresh and Fit recently adopted a new strategy for views. They moved from mainly being misogynists to being right-wing conspiracy theorists. And even if they somehow claim to have pure intentions of helping young people, in the process of all of this, they have inspired hundreds of other copies of them to pop up, who don't have pure intentions and just want to be controversial because it's profitable. Lowe says that the biggest reason why he despises Fresh and Fit is because for years, they profited off of desperate men, and he doesn't feel like they provided enough value to these desperate men aside from allowing their fans to escape reality while watching the podcast, and then give those same women money on OnlyFans as soon as the podcast ended.
Hell, man, I got the news, man. Fresh and Fit seem like they're over with. YouTube finally stepped in, demonetized the entire channel, so that means that they cannot make any more money on their videos or even receive trim donations. Can't receive trim donations out of it, man. So they're now taking their show. So they're taking a Rumble full time, and looks like it's over for Fresh and Fit. Oh man, what a journey this was, man. It's no, I'm just saying it was such a hard fought battle. They really were trying to save us, and we're gonna look after men on YouTube, not men. Oh man, y'all niggas are sick, bro.
You know, there's gonna be a fucking huge circles of bait.
Yeah,
that's them on YouTube, nigga. Like,
I don't know what they're gonna do, bro.
You got producers and you got people who get guests and shit like that. All those people get paid, and so when they stop getting paid, you start losing those people, and now things get harder, things get slower, and you have to start which shouldn't be a problem because oh my god, these young men.
Give me a sec, everyone.
It's all worth it, man. Yeah.
It has to be because they're really passionate about it.
Very passionate about it.
What way did you say they guided men the best?
One, away from these whores. I mean, these 304s, baby mama drama, and Shaniquas, you know, dabbling around with black women. They definitely guided them away from that. Dodging accountability. They dodged accountability. Peak level dodging and stuff like that. We can't forget about like the good credit videos. So good credit. Oh, for sure.
As long as it's accurate, it's useful. That's stuff everybody should know.
That's stuff that they were saving the men.
I mean, that's though, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Who's gonna tell men how to build their credit after they're not here, bro?
I shouldn't be doing this, but saving children, right? Oh, great. We're serving you guys better.
Oh, that's so that's Robertson.
Yeah, I can't feel sorry for these guys. Because they were unapologetic in their wrath whenever they felt like they could use their power to fuck other people over.
And so they were purposely trying to get rid of other people's channels a year ago. Well, sitting here making fun of Jewish people. And
that monkey was crazy.
I'm gonna say, they all did the whole monkey shit. Even though I know Myron was on Rumble with the KKK thing on and doing all that stuff, y'all did that as well. God forbid all the things that y'all do about women and stuff like that, misogyny, etc., etc. It's a matrix. You guys just want to get rid of them. No, there's several things that they were doing that many other content creators didn't say a fucking thing about. And they were doing a whole numbers talk. Oh, we got the black people, and they lost a bunch of subscribers in the process, and it became stagnant in their subscriber count. You know what these niggas did? Against TOS. Third party entity, if you hit subscribe, you follow us, then you enter yourself into the giveaway.
Niggas don't hear about Fresh and Fit in all reality outside of the core audience unless y'all making monkey sound, doing some other wild shit. Like nothing you say is like transformative enough to like, and you can pretend like you're a net positive for the world, but bro, look at your audience, bro. Your audience doesn't even believe in things that y'all preach. But they open OnlyFans balls on there, sit there, make fun of them the entire time, and then y'all fans will go and subscribe to those OnlyFans. They'll make tens of thousands off your fans. So as much money as you make from your fans, they make money from your fans too.
Accountability is the top of the priority list, things that men should be culpable for. For whatever reason, every time something happens with them, it's the matrix, it's society, it's this feminist mindset that is captivating everybody, that's pushing us down.
The matrix is absolutely accurate.
And so that is probably the biggest reason why this lies are wrong. Because again, I don't think the platform really provided enough value to these men instead of allowing them to escape from reality for a moment's time through their lives, great and bash women, and as soon as the lives went off, they went back to living their miserable lives. You know, it's the same men will bash women and give them money.
After this, Playback said that they really didn't feel like reacting to Fresh and Fit anymore, because at this point, it was all just nonsense. But because of repeated DMs from subscribers and a high demand from their fans to cover Myron calling Abba and Preach a bunch of racial slurs on June 2nd, 2023, they uploaded Fresh and Fit are blanks for this. In this video, Myron says a list of racial slurs and other slurs as well, and makes monkey noises, or as he calls them, are slur noises. Lowe exposes a laundry list of things that show how
self-hatred is crazy,
for example,
bro.
being overly emotional and sensitive, doing anything for attention, and not using their free speech on Rumble for male self-improvement advice, but using it to hurl racial slurs. Agent also says that Myron went from the guy who would try to dunk on women any chance he gets to the guy who makes racist monkey noises when someone disagrees with him.
Even necessary, but we don't really cover Fresh and Fit because we know that they're reformed, and we're not gonna sit here and lower ourselves to converse with them. And so after they did this whole, I guess, hit piece on Abba and Preach, it then took a completely crazy turn where I don't know why, but Fresh and Fit start running around making monkey noises and calling Preach and Abba monkeys. How dare you make a video about I migrant sensitive? Actually, that's very sensitive. That's a good point. Wow. That's very.
And then they had John Zerka.
Wow. That's actually very.
Like, holy crap. I mean, John Zerka is insane.
With these idiots is you can't out-logic them. You have to just clown them. That's what I figured out after everything, because they're gonna always take things out of context. You know what? You wanna call me racist? Let me put this on a roast you motherfuckers. We're all monkeys. That's how you gotta go with them.
That's one way to go.
That's one logic. I don't know if
that's the best way, but it's a way.
Of course, Steakout. We're all rolled out. Oh, come on. We're down. Let's go. Let's go. We're down for whatever.
Let's
I don't know. Why do I feel like we're just moving in a direction where things continue to be divided? And the craziest part is, the majority of us is not on any either of the extremes.
Man, having NF on is a
like deranged describes it perfectly.
bad
idea.
idea.
This is unfunny. Don't ever compare yourself to a joke ever again. You're not touching even the worst comedian on an open mic.
Didn't Augie have NF? That's really bad.
Overreacting, and some of y'all thought that it was just that one time, and y'all bought into this lie that they said, it was one time we got caught up in the fame. No, that's just who these niggas are. They were responding this way back when they had 50K. They responded this way, and when they were going out and preaching, here we are now. They have 1 million, and they still are responding this way. Because if you're supposed to be red pill, you should be seeking the truth. You should be challenging these things, and that's the only way I continue to get off. But don't drift like Pearl, and then pop in and out of frame whenever you decide to catch this wave of clout by participating in whatever they want to participate in. Because at that point, that's actually not red pill. That's literally the opposite of it. You're just caught up in the numbers and the fame. This is just weird. It's weird behavior. I've never seen nobody do this before in my life. Somebody of this stature builds a lot, says his name, just potentially just throw it away. It's crazy.
And that's what it feels like he just did. Throw it away.
He just threw that away just for what?
And you previously, I guess, were the nigga that would get women on there and just dunk on him, but now you're kind of the nigga that make those sounds.
yeah, you're the guy who decided when you had the opportunity on another platform to say whatever you want to say, this is what you decided to say.
By September 2nd, 2023, Fresh and Fit was getting more desperate for attention than ever before. On this day, in a video called Fresh and Fit are getting really desperate, Playback reacted to Myron saying that women's votes shouldn't count unless she works for the military or is in some type of government service. And if a man works at McDonald's, his vote shouldn't count either. Up until this point, Myron claimed to not be a grifter, but I think he got so desperate that he threw all of that out of the window and joined the club with just pearly things. But by the end of the video, you can see that Myron is not grifting. He generally backs what he says 100%. Agent talks about how if it wasn't already obvious enough before, now it should be abundantly clear that everything Myron does is for clicks and not male self-improvement. One of the hosts interviewing Myron and Walter talks about how a lot of men love to watch OnlyFans content and look at pictures of IG models and demand sex on the first date, but then call the same modern women who provide these things worthless. And it's just a vicious cycle. Walter's response to this is so hard to listen to that Agent wants to start off the video before it melts his brain. Myron then claims that allowing women to vote promotes communism in the United States because women tend to vote for Democrats who promise to give to everyone instead of only the best people. Low ends by saying that Myron's ideology and Fresh and Fit's own fans wouldn't be able to vote because they prey on desperate low-income young men. He also says that Myron is constantly reiterating that men have had more power in society than women since the beginning of time. But in the same breath, Myron constantly blames women for ruining society so much so that their right to vote should be taken away. Myron himself admits that since such a small portion of women work for the government, only
My mic went out. Yeah, like usually, like your own would kind of like work against you. And that's like the thing people fail to realize. They're so caught up on a delusion.
only allowing these women to vote would strip the large majority of women's voting rights away.
I think women should have the ability to vote, and depending on what position they hold, if they're in the military and they're some type of government service, then I think absolutely their vote should count all the way. But if it's just a female, she doesn't have any type of civil service or anything else.
These niggas hate democracy. Yeah, just American flag in the background. By that logic, should we also have standards for what type of man should be able to vote? Okay, good.
Yeah, then I think it should be, and this goes for the men too. Right, guys, certain guys shouldn't vote either. If you're working at McDonald's, etc., should your vote count all the way? So it's not a question.
Oh my God, that's one of the craziest arguments I've ever heard in a very long time.
I've ever heard in my life, bro.
Why do they think working? Niggas that believe making less money it makes you less valuable. You're right as a human in this country constitutionally get to vote. They didn't say unless you work at a fast food restaurant or make less than $25 an hour, in which case you should be able to vote, bro.
That's insanity, man.
Level jobs you can't vote, unfortunately. It's just executive C-suite level, niggas with Bugattis and stuff like that. Their votes are worth 10x. And if you got a Bugatti,
that's what you drive, nigga. Yard space, the type of car you drive, nigga, your income, your savings, all that, bro. We need to know. You got a Bugatti, you get 10 votes. All right. You got a Ferrari, Lamborghini, you get 9 votes. You got a Camry, my nigga. Yeah. You get half a vote. If you have anything past 2005, don't even show up to the booth.
For men, 25 plus bodies gives you double the vote.
But if you get no pussy, I don't want to hear your political views. I don't want to hear it. You can't get political views. You can't get no pussy, nigga, so I don't know what to tell you, bro.
That's so deranged.
In your mind, women, it's a question of should people not engage in civic duty vote? Yes, but to be honest with it, let's keep it 1,000. That's going to immediately put a majority of women as only half voters, right?
So we just beat around the bush. I don't know why you did all that. I don't know why you beat around the bush. You know what you want to say, my nigga.
Oh, y'all niggas are trying to get clicks, bro.
Yeah, you want to respond?
I just feel like I'm taking crazy pills here, but I think part of the problem is that I guess our views of women are so much different because when I think of a woman, I think of a woman who runs a household and raises children and does the most beautiful thing that you can possibly do. So I see so much inherent value, and I think which is important. Okay, but I kind of feel like what we're doing here is we've trained as men, women. We've incentivized certain behavior, and now we want to discount them.
Man, this is like so much mental gymnastics.
And then we're saying now suddenly that they're somehow less.
Frankly, all these people need to take like a break from the internet.
We allow them to do this, so you are correct as men leaders. But I will say this, if we're talking votes here, women are more easily swayed. Now, there's an agenda, though, of course, we go deeper here, get more serious, but real here, we want to account of this because, once again, we put certain policies in place, we let things happen, and as a result, the family's destroyed. Now, when it comes to women, obviously, they're being swell, equally, we're all engaged. But, to be fair, when it comes to voting...
Turn this shit off. I just the way he's playing, really fucking pissing me off. Certain things you don't have to say, bro, because we all know that.
Well, we all know that. We are humans, we are equal. Women are also humans, and they are equal. The rhetoric that they speak, you might be confused sometimes, but...
The way he talks, my brain can't help but just stop thinking. Like, it just tunes everything this fucking goober says out.
As well, equally, we're all engaged. But, to be fair, when it comes to voting and political views, it can be swayed in a direction, which means, by default, we should vote. But so, sorry, look, man,
I don't know what he said! I'm trying so hard to vote. What did he say?
He's saying women are just more easily swayed because they're agreeable.
Tend to vote Democrat. They tend to vote for, hey, let's give everybody $1 versus giving the best person $1. They don't base their values a lot of times are not aligned with meritocracy. They want everyone to benefit, which is cool, I guess, if you like communism. But if you're a capitalistic guy, you want the best to succeed.
You like communism? They were just thinking about how they destroyed democracy a second ago. I just read our manosphere ideologies, especially when men keep blaming women for things. If you all believe that men are the leader in workforce voting, yada yada, from voting in American history, then you have to agree that men brought us to this point. It just feels like they're pandering to their audience because their audience, not the nigga with the Bugatti, $1,000 watch, who just peels off on the poor, who's not going to give, hop in the car and then hop on the guy. No, not that nigga. The nigga that's in y'all's chat, who then after gets done slandering women on the show, then goes to her IG, goes to her OnlyFans, and pays.
Man, Fresh and Fit is insane. I can't believe I live in the same state as these guys.
Why are they blaming women 24/7 for their issues?
As of today, the majority of people have pretty much come to the general consensus that Fresh and Fit are clowns who will do anything for attention. In 2024, yes. Agent and Low have taken a break from uploading on Playback, but from time to time, Agent will react to Fresh and Fit on his Twitch streams. And Low will react as well on his younger brother Omar's channel called Omezi. Recently, Walter was exposed for getting a woman pregnant, and Playback shared Omar's reaction with Low on their community tab. I really do miss the Playback channel because they haven't posted in 4 months, but I also hope that Agent and Low take all the time they need for themselves before coming back to the platform. They are also both still posting regularly to their other channels. There's a million rumors going around about why Playback is on a hiatus, but I personally don't believe any of them. For example, if Agent and Low had a falling out, Agent's channel wouldn't still be linked to the homepage of Low's basketball channel, and they wouldn't have shared Omar and Low's video to the Playback community tab a few weeks ago. I'll link Omar's channel in the description box below so we can help him reach 20,000 subscribers. On his channel, he keeps you guys up to date on everything going on in the manosphere and more. Also, the theory that Low doesn't want to do Playback because he was exposed for cheating doesn't really make any sense since they continued to post for a year after all of this happened. Agent and Low have also never publicly addressed why Playback is on a break, so I assume they'll return soon. If they were done forever, they would have announced that already, just like what they did with the peer-to-peer podcast. But thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to
that was a good video.
I'll see you all in the next video.
It kind of went into like the history of Playback and Fresh and Fit. Bro, who has beef with Fresh and Fit? I know H3, Abba and Preach, Jamari. Everybody just clowns on them, man. It comes to a point where do we really want to give them attention anymore? We know they're not going to change. They're probably going to get more extreme. So what's really the point of kind of fueling that fire anymore? And that's kind of ironic because I'm kind of making a video on them, but I haven't really like discussed them in a while. I think I did stream when they got demonetized. I was like, oh my god. I didn't think they were gonna get demonetized because part of me did feel, but I felt like they were like I felt like part of it was like they had immunity to everything. That was like my feelings on that. Other than that, it was a kind of a good throwback. I haven't seen Playback in a while, but hopefully we all can move away from Fresh and Fit and go into like healthier territories. I know, like in TikTok especially, Instagram Reels, they kind of like push this down everybody's throat, and once they kind of go through a bad time, they want to apply this to kind of every situation. But I think we really should just communicate more. I think we don't communicate as much. We always feel like we're at each other's throats, and at some point we're just going to have to sit down and have a discussion. A healthy discussion how to move forward. And not just do like all this reactionary content that will just keep on going more and more extreme. That's really why people would watch Fresh and Fit. And any young fellas out there, hopefully you guys don't eat them up because they're not there to help you, they're there just to pimp you out. Alright. Man, that was an interesting stream for today. Like we had Brazilian's, was it Steakhouse? Yeah, Brazilian Steakhouse from the food truck, and it was really good. I liked it a lot. And we kind of went over with what was going on with Fresh and Fit, with how they call their fans brokies, and the conflict between Playback and Fresh and Fit. But I think that'll be it for tonight. Thank you all for